first session of Corellian Coast. We're going to do like a little bit of a hybrid session 0, session 1.
Sounds
We're
good.
going to run through the session 0 stuff very quickly.
Okay.
Just to say that the game style is with the D10 system. The idea is that it kind of gets out of the way and the narrative can just take over, so we resolve things very quickly. But we'll also, and we'll kind of figure out our own rhythm as a group, but I'm fine with like not rolling for a lot of things. Like if you're in the middle of combat and you ask me like, is there a crate nearby that I can jump off of, or like if it's narratively interesting, then yes, that crate's going to be right.
Got it.
That's kind of my play style as a GM. I don't know if that works for you guys.
Yeah.
Sure.
But and then the other thing that we talked about is that with these point build systems where you really specialize your character into all this stuff, we will use those skills, but you also don't feel constrained by, those are not the only things that your character can do. And for a lot of things, I don't know, it's some players really like rolling dice. Some players really like just thinking through and role playing and think that if you roll a dice, that's a failure state because you got in combat or something. So I don't know how you guys are as players, but
No, we don't think that.
well,
We expect to roll something.
right on. Well, so we'll figure out some stuff like that. Anything that either of you want to say about like what you love about RPGs or what you want to get out of the experience?
I love getting to know my character and watching them negotiate situations while being true to who they are. I feel like that RP is the core of this for me. Makes it fun.
Right on.
How about you?
I'm always about the mind's eye theater. I want it to be narratively interesting and something I can imagine as, a really good fantasy movie or something like that. Something I could, see cinematically occurring.
Yeah, and like really inhabit.
Mm-hmm.
All right, cool. Well, hopefully we can do that today. So our setting, Festoria, is a grimdark kind of dystopian setting. Particularly, you guys are in a region called the Corellian Coast, which is a wasteland. Has been a wasteland for the last 100+ years since the ascension of the necromancer Vragan almost destroyed the whole continent. And so you are kind of at the edges of this wasteland where there are still vestiges of human society and the empire that fell and so forth clinging. And then, of course, there is the wasteland itself, the desolation, where adventurers roam and perhaps hidden technologies can be unearthed, and, of course, all kinds of dangers as well. But the tone overall is dramatic rather than comedic, so I tend not to go in like the goofy direction or anything, but and I think that's what y'all signed up for.
Mm-hmm.
So that's cool. As far as like themes and content and stuff, like I don't have too many like hard limits. There's definitely going to be like, I'm not going to be like torturing children or anything, but if you guys blow up a building full of children, those children are going to blow up.
Mm-hmm.
Probably kind of fade to black for any sexy things if those happen, but that's pretty much on you as the players, if because I'm not really going to put that in the story. But if if you personally, if you have like violence against animals or something like that is like a hard no for you, please let me know. But yeah, I'm not going to be putting that stuff in on purpose. This campaign, definitely the narrative control is in your hands. I'm going to throw a bunch of shit that's just out there that exists independently of you, but it's up to you to how you want to interact with it, if you want to interact with it. So we'll see how that gets rolling. And I think the campaign pitch is this wasteland exploration thing. The idea is ultimately that this setting will be like an open table that lots of people will be playing and going out into the wasteland and exploring and bringing stuff back. And so, yeah, it's kind of a Mad Max type deal.
And the Wasteland contained civilization.
Yes.
So there are ruins out there.
As,
Not just sand as far as the eye can see.
right. As far as you know, now your character, of course, is from a totally different continent and just discovering this stuff.
Yeah.
But yes. So let's introduce the characters. Starting. Why don't we start with Remy, actually? Because I think. Do you have your secondary stats generated yet?
Secondary stats.
Which would be like your life points, your speed.
Nope.
Yeah.
Oh. No, I don't have the secondary ones. I have the primary ones.
That is just fine. We'll go through them real quick. So here, just for bookkeeping's sake,
Oh.
so that we're
Cute.
on standardized. Well, you could. Yeah, I mean, you're welcome. That's just what I have. We want to double check that we're
Yeah.
in agreement here.
Yeah, it all looks like it matches up.
And for the secondary stats there, so your Remy, your life points are your Constitution plus Strength times 4
Okay.
plus 10.
Okay. So I come up with 30.
Very nice. Nice, respectable total. And that also should include, I don't know if you had hard to kill too.
I do.
So I don't know if that had any modifiers on there that we should be looking at. Stand by. Hard to kill adds 3 life points to the pool, each level. So you had what? Hard to kill 2?
Yep. So 36.
36. Great. What's next? Endurance points. It's going to be Constitution plus Strength plus Willpower times 3.
So 24.
And then add 5.
29.
29.
I have tireless as well. Does that impact it?
Let's take a look. Tireless might come into play if you
Have to roll it
yeah.
or something. Sure.
Let's see. It's actually for sleep deprivation.
Mm.
So +1 per level to survival tests against falling unconscious.
Mm.
Or gaining levels of exhaustion, or however we're going to resolve that.
Okay.
But,
Gotcha.
that should be pretty good. So that was endurance. Let's see. Fate and fortune. Did we do those for you?
Nope.
Okay, those are super important. So this is a 1d10. Just roll that.
Okay.
And you are a human, correct?
I am.
All right.
8.
Well, all right, nice. So you have 3 fate points.
Okay.
And that is also going to be your fortune or luck points. And so the way these work, and this goes for you as well, Yaotl, is that you have the fate points are kind of your core, like it's what makes you an adventurer. It makes you special. It makes like the fact that you're going to survive out here.
Mm-hmm.
And basically, if you die, you can use one of those to rewrite the story a little bit. And maybe you were just knocked unconscious. Maybe you were just captured. Maybe you didn't drown. You washed up somewhere else or whatever, right?
Mm-hmm.
But of course, they are very finite. Now, I think Yaotl, you only have 2 fate points?
Yeah, I have luck 1, fate 1.
Oh, 1. Okay, yeah. So you were punished for being a Cambrian. You were big and strong and have more hit points and all this kind of stuff. But you are not our plucky humans. The humans, of course,
Yes.
are the main characters of any story.
Of every
So,
story.
yes. So, but in addition to, as long as you have at least that 1 fate point, you also have a luck point that goes with it. And those replenish every day. So you can use as many as you like, or you could use up to 3 of them. You just have the 1. And that will get you a reroll.
Got
You
it.
could use it on one of your rolls. You could use it on an adversary's roll. At your discretion as you need it.
Cool.
All right. So I think that's for Remy. The last piece, the speed, Constitution plus dexterity, and then ×2.
So 16 for me.
All right, 16. Cool. I think that takes care of. And sorry about the bookkeeping stuff. Any other questions about character sheets? Now that everyone's
I mean, I
Just
think that's
look
all
over
I
stuff.
need, but
yeah. No, I think so. All right, so both of y'all have some items, some inventory that we need to generate. So rations, you're each carrying 1d10 rations. And each one of those rations equates to a day.
Yeah, I already rolled that.
Oh, you did?
I got a 7, so I have 1 week of rations.
Oh. All right. Remy, in addition, you are carrying 1d6 torches.
okay. Five.
Nice. What'd you get for rations?
5.
Not bad, not bad. And okay, each of you also has 1d10 silver pieces. I'm gonna abstract the money a little bit. But
2.
hey, you're a trader.
I'm a little light on funds. At the
You're
moment.
scraping by out there in the wasteland.
Yeah.
So I have 3, so that's 30 silver?
Mm-mm.
No, 3 silver.
Just 3 silver,
3 silver.
which is 30 copper.
Does that have any
Should we need to-
thing to do with the resources too?
Resources too. No, that I think has got you. What has that got you? That's got you like your stash.
Okay.
I think
Yep.
that's got you. I think you also paid for some contacts. We're going to deal with that
Okay.
here in just a moment.
Yep.
Should be interesting. I can go back and look. Is that under qualities
Yes.
that you have resources?
Mhm.
Since we're taking the time to.
The resources might be having
at
to do with the
everything
skiff,
else.
though, right?
No, that was the airship. You bought that
Right.
straight up. So this is just material wealth. And you said 2, right?
Yeah.
Which is well off. And so this equates to you're fairly middle class. You're getting
Whether it's likely I would have an item or a service available to me.
yeah. I mean so this is just the silver that's on your person that you
Right.
have access to right now.
Gotcha.
But you do have a stash spot that we determined. You do have a ship. You do have some contacts in town, and what all you have at the stash spot, that would be your wealth.
I got it.
That could be things that are, for whatever reason, you have not traded them already. You haven't sold them yet. Maybe you have some mechanical items that you're saving for yourself. You're trying to put together. The way that we'll resolve that narratively is like if you can come up with, a good case to say like, is this something that maybe I have? Maybe I have a piece for this back at my place. That might be something we roll for.
Got it.
Or whatever. But the level 2 just kind of indicates like
Yeah.
you're not going to have a whole nother engine there for your ship,
Yeah.
right? That would be a really wealthy thing to have.
Mhm.
But you probably have a set of tools,
Yep.
things like that
Sure.
you don't necessarily keep on the ship, but you do own those things and you have a home. where
I have
you
a
can
set of
keep
tools and none of them match.
them. None of them match,
Because that's 2.
That's, that's 2, man. But you got the stash spot.
Yeah.
All right. And we'll, the stash spot and the ship and all these things can kind of become characters in their own right if you
Sure.
want to engage with them. So last thing for you, Remy, 1d8 arrows. What are you rolling around with?
That's a great question. And of course, I would have to have a D8. on
Oh.
hand.
And I should say all these rolls are also subject to luck. So anything, if you roll, I have 1 arrow and you really would like to start with more.
Or 2,
Or 2.
as an example.
You can start with 2 arrows. That's not
2 arrows.
2 sounds like plenty.
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 Yeah. Well, if you use the luck, you could roll a 1. You know. So hey.
Squirrel for you, squirrel for me, lunch.
Yeah. All right. So
Get ahead of yourself.
we'll talk a little bit about each character and what y'all want to do with them. Remy, you are the stereotypical Wastelander.
Yeah.
Guy, right?
Yeah. A more, somebody who's living out in the wasteland, doesn't come to town much, partially because of old ties that are not good for my health.
Yeah.
But also because just kind of not really loving humanity, haven't had the greatest time of it lately. Just don't feel good about my fellow man.
Ooh.
Type of stuff.
Misanthropic edgelord.
A little bit. Well, I wouldn't say
edge.
quite that.
Wastelander.
I wouldn't say quite that. But like some of the things that I took with the character are things like green thumb.
Yeah.
I'm trying to live out there on my own. I'm trying to be self-sustaining. I'm trying to make sure that no one really knows where my stash is or where I'm at.
Yeah.
But I could live out there if I had to. Like, I'm not just doing like the green thumb thing. I'm also like covering it over so it's hard to see.
Yeah.
Or making a blind of some kind.
Okay.
But I just don't trust a lot of people, especially in this town.
All right. Okay. And you have an awesome beard, or is it just a regular beard?
It's a regular beard.
Just kind of a regular beard.
Yeah.
And you fight with like a short sword, and you've got a bow.
Yeah.
This kind of thing.
Yeah. Short bow. More of a distance guy. If I don't like to get real close if I don't have to, but
Okay.
I'm pretty quiet and stealthy if I need to be.
Okay. All right. And you have a skiff. You have a little airship.
Yep.
You
Yep.
use-
Because the way that I trade and barter, get money, is by scavenging not too distant and not too dangerous areas of
Okay.
the wasteland. And the skiff is just a way of getting things from here to there. If I want to bring something that is heavy but isn't a ton of money, the skiff will do that, and it'll get the thing that's heavy to where it's going. But that's about really all it's good for. It's not going to outrun too many things
Right.
that actually have mobility.
Right. Okay. And we'll talk a little bit about your past here in a second. But if Remy is the Han Solo, then we also have the Chewbacca. This is so Yaotl, the Cambrian, 8-foot tall albino ape person
With pince-nez glasses.
with pince-nez glasses, and so kind of a bit of an academic or a. Comes from a highly religious society, but is himself a non-believer or
Correct.
a skeptic or outright non-believer.
Outright non-believer.
Okay.
But tried to work within the Cambrian society despite that and failed.
And so Cambria has been invaded by the colonialist Alteran Empire, and Yaotl is here in Negrana to seek technologies that might help his people in their fight. Yes.
Despite the fact that he's not the most welcome customer back in Cambria.
Sure. Or certainly down here where many people have never even seen an 8-foot tall albino ape man. Okay, and you fight. You have a throwing axe, is it? And
I have a shillelagh.
you have a shillelagh for
I have
sure.
a shillelagh. I have a throwing axe and a dagger.
Okay, and so the primary weapon is the shillelagh. Beautiful.
Which is additionally beneficial if I hold it with 2 hands instead of 1 and really come down on the top of your head with my shield.
Yes, you get the strength bonus. I want to say.
Uh-huh.
Also, I want to say that that is a Cambrian heartwood shillelagh,
Ooh.
and so it is particularly durable, and so you get the D8 from it. But should you pick up a random other club, let's say, it would probably be a D6.
I see.
Yes.
Okay.
All right. What all else do we need? Do you have anything else with regard to your characters?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, he is a complete stone and water and sinks directly into depths,
Mm-hmm.
and so is afraid of water as a result of that.
Very dense bones.
Yes, exactly.
Can't
he
swim.
has
Yeah.
negative buoyancy.
Right.
Negative points.
That is a characteristic on the character sheet. There.
Wow.
Well,
Nice.
he is so dense
Thorough.
and such a low fat content.
He's a beefy boy.
Yeah,
You know,
he's a 9 foot tall or 8 foot tall monkey.
some might call him a tank.
Oh my God.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's right.
Really?
He is nearsighted, and he's
Also good for a
Fits those
tank.
glasses.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, that's right.
and he has an excellent knowledge of the common Cambrian language, but he does not speak the common non-Cambrian language quite as well.
Oh.
So his word choices are sometimes a little bit unintentionally funny.
Well, that's a good point. You and Remy both are passably good at speaking the merchant language, trader, right? I think is how you communicate with each other.
I can be understood and I can understand others, but I don't sound like a native speaker.
Right. All right, and the trading language is a patois of various things. It's a very cosmopolitan, global society, even because of the relatively abundant availability of free energy and anti-gravity technology. And so people travel around quite a bit. All right, so as we set the scene here, about 6 months ago, let me back up. In this area of Negrana, they're really one of the only things that's left over that is still functioning from the previous civilization is a massive hydraulics infrastructure called Abaddon. And this is a place that the airships would fill up at because the Bragonium engines require water. The submerging Bragonium in water is one of the methods of activating kind of the anti-gravity properties. So this was a very important outpost, but it was just an industrial plant. And now, after the fall of civilization, it is really one of the little beacons of light, as shabby as it may be, just on the edge of the desolation. And 6 months prior to now, the ruling faction in Abaddon was overthrown. This aristocratic family, House Setius, that had been in charge of the area for really hundreds of years as part of the old Nagran hierarchy, and had been holding on here. This area of Negrana had been the hinterlands. It was kind of barbarian frontier territory. And now that relationship has inverted as it has become sort of the keep on the borderlands that used to be the heart of the empire. So House Setius was overthrown by several different factions, but primarily the engineers that run the hydraulics infrastructure. And so Abaddon is now controlled by the Hydraulics Guild, or the Hydras. And this is something that both of you would know. It has happened 6 months ago. However, Remy had previously been under the tutelage or under the protection or working with House Setius, especially as a younger man, right? So you had avoided Abaddon because it was kind of one of their centers of power. Now they've been overthrown and you're thinking about going back, seeing how things have changed, if there might be opportunities for you, if you can show your face, right?
I mean, I've always come back to town, but I've always been very careful not to show where I have a few contacts left in the town that will still interact with me. So it's how I do a lot of my trading. But yeah, I'm feeling like, with them dethroned or defamed, there's opportunity there.
All right. Great. So let's get into our rumors.
Okay.
And so unfortunately, we're gonna short Yaotl here for a little bit. You are getting short shrift throughout this because you are the stranger in the strange land.
Okay.
So you are gonna have fewer rumors. But Remy, roll a D8, and that will be how many rumors you get.
Okay.
And then Yaotl, you are gonna get a D4. So you could still get more than him.
2. I'm going to use a luck point.
Ooh, luck point used. All right.
5.
That's pretty good.
I have 3.
3 sounds like a good roll for someone who barely even stepped off the ship, right? All right. So these are going to be D20 rolls.
Okay.
You get 5, you get 3, and whenever y'all are ready.
Okay, I'll go first. 18.
18. Yaotl, you heard a drunk old man at the Rusty Spigot was overheard bragging about a map to an ancient Nagrin temple.
Okay.
And of course, you don't know much, but the Rusty Spigot is a drinking den in Abaddon. You probably have not been there yourself, but you've heard this rumor.
And so the rumor is that there's a map to...
An ancient Nagrin temple. Yes. And it was a drunk old man in this bar that was overheard bragging about this.
All right. Who are the Nagrin?
So the Nagrana is the continent that you are on. So this would be the fallen civilization
That existed prior to the
Yes.
necromancer and the Wasteland.
the theocratic priest kings.
Okay.
House Setius would be, and a couple of the other remaining vestiges of the nobility would be kind of some signs of that, or what remains of that.
Cool. All right.
Roll again.
Oh, roll again. 4.
4. Your rumor. Study of the arcane arts has been outlawed in Abaddon. As you might expect, after a necromancer almost destroys the world. It's reasonable. But the Order of the Silent Veil works in secret to preserve this dangerous research. And so perhaps this is something that has brought you to this region. You are seeking forbidden knowledge, perhaps.
Yes. Cool.
Where better to obtain it than here so close to the source of the magic that shattered the world.
All right. Awesome.
Final rumor.
14.
14. For a 14, this is quite appropriate. This is no rumor, you know this to be fact. The ancient port of Crutho has fallen to Altera, and its former rulers are paraded about in chains. And that is indeed in your homeland of Cambria, the far eastern port that was its most cosmopolitan kind of outpost into the rest of the world, and culturally, exchanging with humans. It would help explain why, for instance, as a albino ape person, you have these little glasses, these little reading glasses, because you, of course, Crutho, at least in the past, traded with the whole world, but has now been conquered.
And our leaders are led through the streets in chains.
So it is said. So it is said. Perhaps you've seen this with your own eyes. I don't know.
Maybe.
We can get into your backstory at some point, but
Cool.
there's some things for you to chew on.
Yeah.
And I don't know how you even heard of some of these things, but you have caught wind.
I do have good. I have good senses.
Good. You do have a cute hearing. It's true.
I really do.
You do. All right, Remy.
1.
Critical failure.
No. Not in this sense.
What you have heard is that a reclusive alchemist operating from a hidden workshop in Sunset Terrace is rumored to have unlocked the secrets of refining algae into a potent elixir. The word is that they would be willing to trade that discovery for a high price. And Sunset Terrace is a district of Abaddon. And certainly once you are in the city, you can go explore it if you wish.
All right, and so they have a discovery of what again?
They have, so context, much of the world subsists on a technology that is a cultivation of a kind of algae that people call sarga. And they're just these vats of algae that people will grow various carbohydrate-rich crops and feed that to, and then you get a little Soylent Green kind of, out the tap at the bottom. And it's a relatively nutritious, complete kind of thing. And because you can grow it in these vats, people have them up on airships and flying cities, and people have brought this sarga, which is, indigenous to one particular part of Festoria, but now people have brought it everywhere else. So there's all kinds of technologies and experimentations where people are growing this stuff in vats everywhere.
And so what was the...
And it's people. No, it's not. It's not people. It is algae. So this person claims to have refined it into some kind of elixir, and you're not exactly sure what the effects might be. The restorative on some level. It's certainly not poison. There are kind of hushed whispers and rumors that there could be magic involved. Is this natural?
Got it.
This is a reclusive alchemist.
Okay.
Right.
20.
Running
the game.
Yeah, going for it. Rumors suggest that someone within Abaddon is sabotaging the hydraulic pumps, and that has caused some periodic disruptions in service. And the guild, that being the Hydraulics Guild, has been tight-lipped about any of these incidents, and that is fueling speculation about what's going on. So there's been some sabotage. And I'll remind you that Abaddon itself is not so much a city as it is, shanty towns clinging to the industrial infrastructure of this hydraulics plant.
Right. I think I remember you saying something in the past about how the Hydras, because they have to maintain this, they partially are good at like defending it as well. And basically people have sprung up around this and made a little civilization around it because they were going to defend it anyway.
Right.
So why not be in the envelope
Yes.
of their grace, so to speak? But they don't really want us there necessarily, but it's not exactly the worst thing.
Yeah.
So it's sort of tolerated. Is that about right?
Yeah, well, so yes, but also the Hydras have only been the controlling party for the last 6 months.
Yeah, okay.
And
but they were here.
They have been here, yes.
Yeah.
They are the technocrats that have been
Okay.
doing their best to kind of duct tape this infrastructure together for the last century, as it slowly falls apart, of course.
Yeah. All right, I got another 20 seconds to roll again.
All right.
3.
And was that your third roll?
Yes.
No. So a lot of people have been talking about a lost Mercarian expedition. Mercarians. They are to the west, far to the west. They are a bit of a desert caliphate, and they're actually well known for having developed some of the most advanced Bragonium technology. Perhaps second only to the Nagrans, but they were the first ones, as far as anyone knows, to discover anti-gravity properties of Bragonium.
Gotcha.
And so there was an expedition from Mirkar that ventured deep into the desolation of Vragan, and they were seeking, of course, Bragonium artifacts, lost technology, and some say they found something extraordinary, and others claim that they fell victim to the horrors of the Wastelands.
Okay, gotcha. It's a 1 again? So where am I going?
Yeah.
8.
Hausetius hired the Golden Horde to wipe out the Black Hand Barbaroi. But their presence and brutal methods have destabilized the whole region and contributed to the Hydra's uprising against them.
Hausetius hired who?
Hausetius hired a mercenary company known as the Golden Horde to assist them in wiping out some of the indigenous population of the region that has reasserted itself after the fall of the Nagran Empire. In fact, so the Black Hand Barbaroi is a confederacy of many tribes that have come together under this banner of the Black Hand, and they are kind of the hill people, the peoples who have been pushed up into the hills here in this frontier region And now that the Empire has fallen, they're kind of coming back down, and they're perhaps threatening the power of House Sedius and Abaddon. So House Sedius brought these mercenaries in, but the mercenaries are so depraved and violent, and perhaps they worship dark gods. Who knows? They destabilize the region to such an extent that actually they are now holding some territory that used to be House Sedius's, and a lot of the dissatisfaction, and particularly some of the atrocities that they were committing, even against the indigenous population that they were there to displace, contributed to eventually people having this feeling that House Sedius was mismanaging the whole situation and should be overthrown.
Got it. 11.
11. The Relic Wardens seek items of power from before Vragan's ascension, and they have been getting bolder in their expeditions. So this is a group of adventurers, frankly, who use Abaddon as a base of operations for some of their expeditions, and it makes sense that you, being in kind of a related line of work, would know of their existence.
Right. Got it. Okay.
And I think so. With that, you are all rumored up.
Yeah.
Yes. Oh, and I will add about the Relic Wardens that they are indeed adventurers, but they are more so on the scholarly side.
Okay.
If that makes sense.
Got it.
All right. Next. Okay, good times. So a couple big rolls, consequential rolls coming up here that will determine things for the campaign.
Okay.
You will, Remy, a D6 for the location of your safe house.
Oh no.
Oh no. It could be any.
It's a 6.
It's a
So don't tell anyone, even me. I can't be trusted.
So, no, I mean, the way I built this table, 6 is a crazy result. So,
Okay.
Your safe house is in the foundations of Castle Gormen. So, Castle Gormen is the stronghold of House Sedius.
Ooh.
Yes. It is just to the north and a little bit east of Abaddon. It is less than a day's ride away. And it is enormous. It is a sprawling complex dating back to the height of the Nagran Empire, resplendent monumental architecture from when House Sedius as well was at the peak of its power. And of course, they have declined greatly. They've declined so much that now, although they still control the castle, they occupy just a fraction of it. And the majority of the structure has fallen into ruin and disrepair and all kinds of mystery, really, as to, no one's even been through many of the halls for who knows how long. And so you figured that the best, safest place would be right under the nose of your greatest adversary. And so Castle Gormen is built into this large mountainside plateau with all these buttressing walls and things like that. And you have a hidey hole in one of these. And it will probably be up to you to decide, is it an existing entrance into the complex? Is it a natural cavern? Is it something that you have carved out with your own hands, perhaps? To be determined. But you definitely rolled a crazy...
Does it have a panoramic view of the coast?
Ooh.
No.
Alas, if only, right? All right, so that is your safe house. Here we go. I knew I figured this out. You're going to roll on a cargo table.
Okay.
To figure out what is in your safe house right now.
Okay.
Right? So roll a D20 first.
Okay. 8.
8, that's great because, it's pretty average and you're pretty average.
That's right.
So you're going to get 5 rolls, again with a D20.
Okay.
Each one of those will correspond to
9.
something. A 9, you have some cloth, several bolts of cloth that you have salvaged there. Perhaps they are ancient Naga tapestries.
Sounds good.
Who knows, yeah.
2.
2 metals. They could be ingots. They could be scraps that are particularly of value. There are definitely people in Abaddon who would pay for good scrap metal.
All right. 7.
7, sir. You have some hides as well. Who knows where you found them? Wasteland creatures. Yes.
20.
20. Oh, you have some sorceress goods.
Ooh.
Yes, so that will require a further roll, I'm afraid. Another 20.
5.
With a 5, you have a small library of an alchemist. You found these all at once. Just a collection of books. And I apologize, Yaotl. These are effectively... This is Remy's stash, but, I guess you guys have been hanging out together for a while now, too, right? So.
Well, that's part of the thing we need to figure out is, like, how long have we been together and that sort of stuff. But I got to roll more, right?
What do you got? One or two more?
I have one...
How many items?
Did I roll... That roll for the small library, was that for the sorcerer's goods?
That was the sorcerer's goods.
All right, so I have one more then.
Okay.
10.
And with the 10 back on the original table, you have rope.
And you need rope.
You do need rope.
Rope's important.
So we will say, you have a couple 100 feet of rope.
Okay.
Should you need it. And there you have it, sir. Your resources too. And you have stashed these things at the foundations of Castle Gormen.
I have.
You have.
Along with my vat of fungi that I'm trying to turn into something.
I'm sorry, I forgot about that. What is that?
I have a green thumb.
Oh, right.
Based on where my thing is,
Sure.
I wouldn't be planting in the open. That's a little too much of a sign.
Sure.
So I'm
Might
thinking...
have a vat of sarga or something.
Well, something that
Something.
can grow without the need of sunlight. Something that could be used nutritionally.
You're cultivating some bryophytes on the cliff face.
There you go.
Something. Yeah.
That's right. Harvest them in the moonlight.
I love it.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I do have a roll for you, Yaotl.
I'm ready.
1d4, and this is going to be your ancestral amulet that you have from Cambria.
My Cambrian amulet.
The Cambrian amulet.
It's a 1.
It's a 1. Well, that's all right. But this, perhaps your grandmother gave it to you. Who knows? You don't know how it works. Maybe you don't even believe that it works. But either way, it has a charge. And that charge will give you advantage on whatever roll you would like to use it on.
That advantage is what in this game?
Exactly what you think it is. Roll,
All right.
roll double
twice.
and take the
Take the
higher.
higher.
Yeah.
Okay.
And how often does this amulet recharge?
Perhaps if you were a believer, you would know that.
Sometimes I'm shaking it and holding it to my ear.
That's right. Well,
No, they can't.
your grandmother or whoever entrusted it to you, and maybe it's all you have left of them as you fled your homeland. Maybe that's why you keep it, even though you don't believe. Hard to say. But is it some particular Cambrian thing, or is it something to do more generally with the fundamental nature of the cosmos that perhaps you could discover? Who's to say?
Is it religious? Is it magic? Is it science?
Wow. Doesn't taste like salt crystal. All right, last set of rolls, and these again are good and consequential. So Remy, you've paid 5 points for contacts, right? So what we're gonna do, each one of those points, you can spread them out however you want. You could have one contact that you have a strength 5 relationship with. You could have 5 contacts that you kind of know.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Are you the sort of character who trusts one person only? Maybe, sometimes, rarely.
Or, three regulars and one, that you're at a 2 with. However.
Yeah, I would actually probably go the other way. 2 contacts, 1 at a 3, 1 at a 2.
All right. All right. And so these are going to be D20 rolls.
Okay.
And you declare before you roll which one, this is the three. This is the 3.
14.
14. You, sir, are very close with a man named Clodion Artamo. And he is a street preacher.
A street preacher.
A street preacher in Abaddon. He is a very charismatic figure, and he spreads his beliefs throughout the shanty towns. He has actually amassed a little bit of a devoted following. And of course, he speaks about the end of days and retribution and how we shall all be reborn. And it's a raving lunatic, of course, but in the context of this dystopian nightmare, is
Are crazy men crazy?
yes, he his ravings have found an echo. So and for whatever reason, again, something to think about in between this session and the next. You, sir, are quite close with this Clodion man.
All right. And then my 2 is an 11.
2 is an 11, and that is Lister the Relic Hunter. Lister is a daring adventurer, and indeed, he braves the dangers of the Wastelands in search of these rare and valuable relics from the past. And wouldn't you believe it, he is a member of the Relic Wardens.
That makes sense.
It does make sense.
Yeah.
That is why I love doing things with dice tables, because they know things we don't. They know things we don't. All right, so with that, I think we've wrapped everything up. Thank you for sitting through all the bookkeeping.
You got to do it.
And I think now we have a pretty good idea of where we're at. Where we are at. So, as I said, 6 months since this rebellion. I should also mention that Abaddon was a slaveholding society, and that has come to an end. So the slaves were freed as part of this uprising, and as part of House Setius kind of retreating back. You all find yourselves, I don't quite know where, actually. We're going to use this scatter die to determine where you are in relation to Abaddon. And in order to do this, we need a fixed point. And our fixed point can just be like a letter on a... There you go. So there's Abaddon.
Wow.
You appear to be directly east of it, ish. Yeah, makes sense. And then we're going to need 3d8, and that will be the number of miles from Abaddon.
Okay. 4.
Yeah.
4. 7.
All right, so that's 15.
Okay.
15 miles to the east of Abaddon. You are doing your thing. Perhaps you're on your way to Abaddon. Perhaps you're leaving Abaddon. Perhaps you're doing something entirely different. I assume you're on your skiff, right? And one of you spots in the distance what very much looks to be the wreckage of a crashed airship.
Fresh?
Before we start
Like
there,
we haven't seen it there before?
You have not seen this.
we have known one another because you met me in Abaddon. I was trying to offer money to somebody for something that was clearly counterfeit or crap that was being sold with something good. You noticed the trickery happening and you prevented it from happening, and you offered to show me at least how to get to where I was trying to go. And then I decided you were great and continued to follow you around despite your efforts to shake me.
Mm-hmm. And originally we were going to say that the counterfeit good you were being sold is a compass, which of course is no good out in the magic desolation.
Right.
However, you have an internal compass, and your character has one, so you were trying to get something else. Who knows? Who knows? Maybe it was a Sarga production pack that you could wear like just over your shoulder, and it would give you food forever. This guy was selling you this, and Remy was like, no, something that small would never sustain you. Something along those lines, perhaps.
Sure. And you have already kind of decided that you can't shake me and I'm sometimes useful, especially for loading heavy items on and off of your airship.
Giant ape man.
I would imagine that as I went out of town and threatened you multiple times to back off, possibly even with like a weapon brandished, my guess is that you weren't dissuaded.
Yep. Still tried to give you hugs.
Right. And you
Ruffle your
called
hair.
my bluff, and I was like, yeah, I'm not going to hurt you. And so then we started going, and my skiff can't outrun you, so.
And then maybe you decided that it was kind of nice to have some company.
When I realized that it wasn't going to shake you, yeah.
So how long have we been going around and doing this for?
I would say it hasn't been an incredibly long time. Probably only like a couple of weeks.
Oh, okay.
Oh, a couple weeks.
Well, it's been 6 months since the fall of the house.
Yeah.
We couldn't have met any earlier than that,
That's true.
based on my backstory. And so I'm guessing a couple of weeks makes sense. Maybe during that time, I've taken you back to my cache.
Because you needed me to offload something there.
We stealthily,
A small library of
You know,
alchemists.
right? We stealthily, went into there. You kind of set up a spot to sleep, and maybe
I sleep in the
maybe
warehouse.
during that time we were going to be discovered or something, and you prevented that somehow, or got me out of trouble. And from that point forward, I've trusted you. And
I know how
we're
do
together
this.
now.
I know this story. You were walking around the edge of the area where your little compound is in this castle on the bluff overlooking the ocean. And you slipped on the rock and were falling. And I did an ape thing and caught you.
Oh, ape thing.
Yeah. And then,
Quick point: there is no ocean.
there's no ocean.
It's called the Carillion Coast because the wasteland is that distinct, and that's where it
Oh,
ends.
shoot,
It was
okay.
a magic kind of explosion.
Oh,
Yes.
okay. Well, you were
Still
gonna
fall to death.
falling down a cliff was prevented by my monkey business.
Yes. Yeah.
Perhaps even the giant cliff that Castle Gormen sits atop.
That's exactly what.
Yes.
That's exactly what I'm saying. Exactly.
Wow.
Yeah. Not only would you have died, but you'd have died alone and horribly down there at the bottom. Nobody to see you for years, maybe,
Well, you paint a great picture.
till your bleached bones just.
I mean,
Happened.
okay.
Wow.
We're
And
there.
Yaotl turns you into armor.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Which is why you're sticking around. That's armor waiting to happen.
There you go. All right. I overlooked. Let's roll for weather because we'll just get more
What am I
atmospheric.
rolling?
Let's do a 2d6,
Ooh, okay.
and this is just going to tell us what season.
6
A 6.
and a 3.
Oh, so a 9. Yeah. A 9 is going to be it's spring. How nice for you guys. And then the weather today is another 2d6.
Okay. 1, 6, 7.
7. There is some light snowfall.
Oh, that's
Actually.
kind of late spring,
Yeah. So
last snow of the season.
just flurries kind of landing on your cheek, melting as your skiff goes around. But there is a light pack here and there across the landscape. I should paint the picture a little better. There is, of course, the wasteland, the desolation of Reagan, which is much more of like the shattered landscape that you picture. But out here where you guys are, you're definitely in a ruined continent, but you're outside of the wasteland. You're east of Abaddon. So picture Patagonia. It's rocky, it's sparse, there's scrubby vegetation, it's very sparsely populated, and it's windy and harsh, but it's not a completely desolate wasteland, full stop. Right? So that's kind of the landscape that you all are at right now, and you see this wreckage on the horizon.
About how far do we think it is?
It is, you have noticed it now, and so probably, several hundred yards away. I mean, it could even be like a mile or more.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
You certainly have the option to just take a wide berth around it.
Yeah, we're not doing that. We're not doing that. I look at you and I go, that is the reason we're out here. That, if we can get there first, could feed us for a year.
Well, I don't eat injured humans.
No. The money we could get from it.
Oh.
The barter, the trade.
Okay. Sure.
Do some of you actually eat humans?
No.
Oh, okay, good. Just, all right. But yeah, we should go check that out now.
Mm-hmm.
So we're going to get going, and I'm going to say that we would stop the skiff before we get too close.
Okay.
Because we'd want to be more stealthy in our approach. We don't know if someone's already there. So I would stop the skiff a bit early.
Okay. What do you consider a bit earlier? Oh.
I would say,
200 yards.
If I can tell what the visual range is for me to see things about the size of the skiff from the ship. Do you know what I mean? Like I'm using it as a guide.
Sure.
At the point where I feel like I could actually start to make something like that out, I'm going to stop.
Yeah.
Because I'm trying not to be visually noticed by the ship.
Gotcha. So a couple hundred yards.
Yeah, whatever it needs to be.
You blend
for
into
that.
the landscape a little bit. It's not like the skiff is painted garish colors.
That, and I have like a scrub netting that I throw over top of it that kind of obscures it, makes it look more like a background thing than it actually is.
Okay.
Because I have to leave it at times in the open.
Gotcha. Sounds good.
Not that she'll start for anyone else. But you know what I mean.
Right, of course.
Do you have a medical kit for injuries like tape, gauze?
I have some things.
You should bring?
I always do.
I don't think you always do.
I always do. I'll go grab the thing I was going to leave behind.
Brings it this time.
Yeah.
Okay. And so also we'll say that it's a little before noon. Say it's like 11:30 ish in the morning.
Okay.
As y'all are out there, and so so you stop and you kind of you get out, you gather some of your equipment. I guess you're taking a first aid. Whatever you have. Do you have first aid?
Well, what I have is things that could come in handy while scavenging.
Okay.
You know, not my full set of tools, but some things. You know,
stopping to think about things that you're going to bring.
You know, I'll probably grab a little bit of the cloth that I have, and some of the rope, and a little bit of things like that. Things that I would, rigging wise, and they could be used as tourniquets and need arise.
Okay. And you take a moment to put the the netting that you have over, some screening over your ship while you
loosely.
Just visual obscuration, right? So while you're doing that, and I assume Yaotl's helping you, big, tall, help get it over the skiff. You hear a high-pitched wail kind of emanating from the direction of the wreckage.
Go?
Do you know what that is?
Sounds like distress to me.
What does it sound like?
It sounds like a high-pitched wail.
Have
Distress?
I heard it before?
In your experience, it could very well equate to perhaps the undead.
I would not know that information, I imagine.
It could also be a person. It did sound like the kind of noise that a human would be capable of making.
Right. Okay.
And it did cut off. It was kind of relatively brief. You know, of course, that as anyone would who lives in this world, that ghouls are a phenomenon that must be reckoned with, and ghouls, at least until they blow out their vocal cords, just scream nonstop. And so this did stop.
Okay. Yeah, we should go. But stay low.
I I go behind you,
Still stay low.
and he goes from like 8 feet down to 6 feet.
Yeah, that's good low.
Melee weapon, bring up the rear. That's good.
Knuckles on the ground a little bit with the steps.
Nice. All right. So you approach carefully, I take it, and you see there's not like smoke rising from it or anything like that, but it does look relatively fresh, or at least you haven't encountered it on this landscape. There's several large pieces of this airship. It is a metal hulk. There's all kinds of different patched, riveted kind of panels, and it's obviously been repaired several times. This looks nothing out of the ordinary for airships in the post-apocalypse, right?
Scrap metal.
Yes, much of it, and but it has kind of shattered apart into at least two big pieces, and then there's kind of an outer ring of more debris and pieces that were flung from the wreckage, it would seem.
Scrap metal is what we end up with if we aren't here first. We'll see. Could be better.
You do notice as you get closer that there appear to be some tarps kind of strung up off of, almost like a lean-to from some of the pieces of wreckage, almost like someone was trying to stay out of the sun or something like that. And obviously they were attached, or they were put up after the crash.
Yeah.
And those tarps are beating, and the strong wind as the kind of flurries are
I would set up at some sort of ridge or some line and try to just observe for a time period, see if I see any movement, give it like a good 5-10 minutes.
Okay. All right.
Because I'm trying to see, like, if there's tarps, that's signs of survivors. Do I see other signs? Like, do I see figures walking about?
Yaotl puts on his pince-nez glasses and goes like this, and can't see, and puts them backwards again, and still can't see, and cleans them.
Smears them.
Yes.
Smears them good.
Yes. Gets
Okay.
a monkey hand up there and rubbing it.
And
Lean-tos, survivors, I think.
I heard fabric. Flap.
Really?
How could you?
yeah, and the wind is just raised.
Yeah.
So speaking of taking 5-10 minutes, whatever, the way that the system that I use to keep track of time is basically just called turns, and a turn equates to about 10 minutes. So every once in a while I'll say, okay, a turn has gone by. Right? And so, but don't get too hung up on the 10 minutes thing, because the other way to define a turn is the amount of time it takes to do something. So like the classic example would be searching a room in a dungeon. I'm going to search this room. That takes a turn. Right? But while Remy is searching the room, Yaotl could be doing something else. So that way you can plan out, your time more efficiently. You're not spending 10 minutes to do every single thing. In that 10 minutes, Yaotl could be doing something else, etc. But we started about 11:30. It took a turn for you to stop the skiff, put the stuff up to it, and then you've taken another turn now, or you're saying you're going to take a turn to hang out and kind of observe.
I am.
And so you do that.
Sound good?
What you see?
Don't know yet. Nothing currently.
Nothing occurs. The wind
Maybe
keeps
hurt.
blowing through there.
Maybe hurt.
You don't see any movement.
Maybe dying.
We could hope.
I go. You can stay.
All right. Don't be pushy. Let's go.
You talk.
Move forward.
All right. You approach the wreckage, and as you do, you get a little closer, and very suddenly you hear banging from the inside of the hull.
Stuck inside.
Not rhythmic, not like get me out or anything, but just like bang, bang, bang.
Anyone here? Anybody hurt?
You go up on ahead.
Only the wind answers.
Okay. So I'll go up and walk under the tarp, which was, where all the things are, and I imagine there's things there from people, but there's nobody there.
You do not see anyone there. You do see some personal effects. You see a single boot.
A single boot.
Yes, and also an area where it looks like someone had lain down, maybe had a blanket or something.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
I'm holding my bow in my left hand.
All right.
Just saying no.
Do you have an arrow in the right hand? Or
No, but I could get one pretty
you just
fast.
got it out. Just got it.
Yeah.
All right. Sounds good. Yaotl, do you have your shillelagh drawn?
No, it's slung over my back.
Slung over your back? Okay.
But
So-
it's never it always sticks out the top, so it's not hard.
Right.
It's not
Right.
it's hard to grab.
But both hands free. at the
Yeah. Oh
moment.
yeah. Mhm.
Sounds good.
So I'll go up to where the banging is and put my ear on the hole.
Okay. And you'll just listen?
Mhm.
All right. Take another turn to do that?
Sure.
All right.
Do I hear him?
I'm gonna look for openings.
Look for openings in the wreckage.
Well, to get to the other side of wherever this hull area.
Oh,
I think you
okay.
said it's in multiple pieces, so my
Mhm.
guess is if you're listening on one side, there's a way to get on the other side.
Correct.
Yes.
Correct.
I'm gonna peer.
Okay. So you're going to circle around a little bit.
Mhm.
All right. Sounds good. So Yaotl, you hear a light, perhaps you could describe it as shuffling or like a dragging a little bit.
Something in there.
Definitely movement.
Movement.
Now, Remy,
Hello. Knock, knock, knock.
Oh boy.
So as that's happening,
Anybody home?
Remy, you are circling around
Mm-hmm.
the side, and you catch. So you're kind of looking at the wreckage.
Mm-hmm.
You catch in your peripheral vision movement on the horizon.
Behind us. Where we came from?
Coming from, let's say that it's the north.
Where were we from?
That's up to you. It is not the direction you came from.
Yeah, I would say that we came from the west.
It is perpendicular to the direction you came from. So if you were coming from Abaddon, you were coming from the west. You've come across this wreckage, then sure, yes, they are, movement from the north.
Okay, got it. All right. Okay, and it's coming from the ridge area.
There's kind of a rolling topography, but there's not like a distinct ridge
Okay, got it.
anywhere.
All right. I will cease what I was doing. Not worried about going and looking for that opening now. Now I'm trying to blend in visually with the hulking metal piece that I'm next to
Gotcha.
and just focus on what that movement is. Try to understand what I'm seeing.
Okay, perfect. So because you live in this world and you're used to seeing all this stuff, you very quickly are just like, I think that's a skiff. That's another skiff or an airship, or it's something close to the ground.
Mm-hmm.
It's not exactly like blowing up a giant cloud of dust or anything, but
Mhm.
there's that disturbance and kind of,
Mm-hmm.
and you can tell that it's absolutely coming right for you.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Just about as your eyes have focused on this and you're starting to think about what it is that you're seeing, from just around this piece of metal that you are working to blend yourself into, a putrid, rotting hand comes and grabs you.
Okay.
Ooh.
Yes. Now, at the same time, Yaotl, you have knocked on this hole, and almost immediately in response, you hear clang, 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 and then just massive thumping directly against this surface that you
Oh.
were there. So if you still had your ear there, you were taken aback because this is very resonant, a powerful weight was just thrown against that surface.
Oh.
And so, and the noise does not stop. You hear clanging and movement, and you definitely, what you're hearing is that something is running around and potentially trying to find its way to you.
Animal in there. Animal. Remy. When I walk around the edge of the direction that I saw him go, animal in there, and Remy.
Get over here, y'all.
And so, Remy, do you have dodge or anything like that?
I have things.
You have dodge, I think.
I do?
Do you not? Maybe you don't.
I don't.
It would be a skill if you did. Perhaps not. I have a dodge 3 for you.
Oh, it's under skill. I'm still
Yes.
looking at like drawbacks, quality, stuff like that. Yeah, dodge 3. I have that.
Dodge 3. All right. So you would like to roll that.
Okay. What does
Yes.
that mean?
And so, so our first skill check, right?
Mm-hmm.
So as with most things, it's going to be a D10 base.
Okay.
And then you're going to add the skill. So in this case, 3, right? And then you're also going to use whatever attribute is relevant to this check. So in this case, it would be dexterity.
Which I'm good at.
You are very good at. So a dex of 5,
Yeah.
plus a dodge of 3, plus
So I have
whatever you're about
8
to roll.
plus whatever I'm about to roll. Got it.
Yep.
It's a 3, so I'll have to give me an 11.
An 11. All right, so with an 11, you feel like the ragged tips of these degloved bony fingers kind of go through your beard as you kind of, maybe even like kick off of the surface or something to jump back. And your bow is instantly in your hand, but you do not forget, of course, that you saw that movement in the distance. But right there in front of you, and all at once you do hear the piercing wail is a ghoul with its eye sockets vacant and bloody, streaming down its face, just encrusted, and it looks like it's probably been dead for a couple days, perhaps.
Y'all get up here.
Animal. Whoa, not animal. Not animal. Shillelagh. Yeah.
All right, so Yaotl closes the distance, and do you want to do anything?
I mean, I would get off a shot with my bow while continuing to retreat.
Okay. Okay.
And I would probably also yell out, and we have company coming from the north.
All right, and you have
Don't look at that.
so you are essentially in hand-to-hand combat. So using
I am?
You've basically dodged out of this sneak attack that this
Okay.
thing had on you.
Okay.
And
Is there like a disengage?
yeah, absolutely,
Okay.
absolutely. But it'll all be rolled into, or combined into the roll. But just saying that there will be a penalty for you trying to draw your bow and fire it at short range.
I see. Gotcha.
Yeah.
I mean, it all depends on the timing of it, right? It's
Right.
either I'm going to use my machete or I'm going to drop back further and use the bow for a point blank shot. But that depends on exactly when Yaotl's in the frame, right? Like I don't want to, if Yaotl was right there, I'd probably just draw the machete and stay on the same line.
Yeah. You've got a round before Yaotl arrives.
Then I will drop back and try to do a point blank shot with the bow.
Okay. Cool.
With one of your 2 arrows.
One of my 2 arrows. If it goes flying, I'm sure I'll find it.
All right. So we roll initiative,
Alright.
and that is a 10.
That's a 10.
Yeah. And there's few enough of us that everyone can have their own individual thing.
I got a 6.
A 6, and and you'll be adding dexterity to those.
6 then total.
8.
8 total. All right. Yaotl wins, then the ghoul, then Remy.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
So, yeah. So this round you are closing the distance. I assume that's kind of just what you're
just
gonna do.
moving as fast as possible
Yeah.
to get between Remy and the problem.
And then, and I should be a little more explicit about this. We do a declaration phase where everyone says what they intend to do, because then the way that the turn plays out, or the round plays out, I should say, maybe what you intended to do got interrupted and you have to change. Who knows? But your intention is to keep running. Your intention is to disengage from this ghoul and get a shot off. And the ghoul's intention, who gets to go before you, is to
Do something to me?
attack you horribly. Yes. And so, unfortunately, as you well know, you've encountered ghouls before. They are nothing if not relentless. They are absolutely horrific, nonstop, just trying to disembowel you with their hands, with their mouth, just whatever they can get at you. So this ghoul has 3 attacks. It has 2 claw attacks and it has a bite attack.
Okay.
All right. And so this will be separate. You get 1 dodge per combat, and so this is a new one. So you can use your dodge again, but so it is going to attack you with its 2 claws, and fortunately for you, it's only got dexterity 2 because it is very bad. However, let's see, misses with a 6. The 9 is going to hit if you. So you can dodge if you would like.
I would dodge the hit, yeah.
Yeah. And you will always have the ability to parry as well.
Okay.
But the dodge gives you like a whole thing that you can try to do before you even have to try to parry.
Right, exactly.
And once you start parrying, then it's like, can I parry again? And it's like, yes, but then you won't be able to attack. Can I parry again? Yes, at a -3. And it keeps getting worse and worse.
I get you.
But for now, you can try to dodge.
We'll do the dodge.
All right.
Okay, that is with my dex and my dodge skill. That is a total of 14.
14. All right. With a 14, you can dodge, and then it comes at you with its bite attack. And this is the one that really hurts. But it just rolls a 3. So you dodge a swipe, and then the mouth, like it makes that really like right in front of your face. And totally. you're disengaging, pulling your arrow out as you go, or maybe you have it around your hip. I don't know where your quiver is, but all right, very cool. And so it is now your turn.
All right, I'm gonna try to bow it.
So what is your skill with that bow?
Bow, I only have a 1, but I still have the dexterity of 5.
Excellent. So that'll be a D10 attack roll. You do get a bonus to it.
Is this considered a mutant?
It is not considered a mutant.
Okay.
It is an undead human.
Okay. So I get to roll what now?
D10.
And then add what?
And then
the bow and the dex?
your dexterity and the bow. Yep.
Okay, I have a 4. Dexterity is a 5. Bow is a 1, so it's a total of 10.
Total of 10 will just be enough to hit it because of the close range and everything. And so you're going to roll your damage.
D6, I think.
That sounds right.
I have a D6 for the machete and the bow written down, so my assumption is those are correct.
Yes. Okay. And it's a D6 times your strength, I think.
Is that right?
Oh, it says D6 times strength. I guess I could look up my weapon table here. Yeah, because it is the strength of the user. That is the poundage of the bow that you're using. So
okay, so it's a total of 6.
A total of 6 damage. All right, so you fire into the torso of this thing that is charging at you, and the arrow pretty much goes like in between the ribs and just passes out the other side. Like you tell that it just shot clean through this thing, and it is still coming right at you, like no stopping power whatsoever.
Throw the bow to the side, grab a machete.
Is this being spectral, or does it have feet? Or
it has feet.
Okay, it's more a zombie.
Yes,
it's a biological creature. Okay.
Yeah, those feet are pounding.
Okay. Yeah, when you said that the arrow went through it, had to ask myself if I knew.
Oh, it punctured. It punctured the thorax, absolutely.
Right. And went straight through.
Straight through.
The necrotic flesh that tore through like tissue paper, right?
Yes.
Okay, gotcha.
Right. And that was 6 that you did, right? Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And you are now down to 1 arrow,
That is right.
at least on your person. Okay.
Should have thought of that before you started shooting at it.
Ooh.
You know, if I survive, I'll consider it okay. All right. Like I'm worried about how many arrows I have at this point. That thing's chomping right in my face.
Right in your face. And let me say as well, called shots exist. So if you want to shoot it in the head specifically, you can say that. It's going to be a negative modifier, of course.
Yeah. Do I have any concept when it comes to these creatures as to whether that is a good idea? Like everyone in this world knows that zombies
Right.
hit them in the head.
Yes, if you destroy the brainstem, it should stop it. But you can also, I mean, you can do massive damage to its body, you know, and
Render it not able to walk.
exactly. I mean, it'll still crawl at you, right? But
If it's a hand, it'll.
yeah, you do not specifically need to hit it in the head, and it does have, you know, just putting my cards on the table as GM, like it does have finite hit points, so you can just wail away at it and it'll die like
Eventually.
any other monster or
Sure.
whatever. Yeah. All right. So that was that turn, and this turn, I don't know if I want to roll initiative every turn. Would you guys have a preference on that?
Nope.
I'm easy.
Yeah. Let's go again. We'll keep it interesting.
Okay.
I think it's always reasonable to keep the same initiative.
Same initiative?
Because
We'll keep
it's
same
like-
initiative.
You know.
Well, then it's Aaron.
Okay.
Or rather, it's Yaotl.
All right.
And so you are now, you have closed the distance. This is also how, and please let me know if you have preferences about this, but with the combat, you know, especially with Theater of the Mind, we'll pretty much just be talking about near, far, and over there
Sure.
or something.
Yeah.
I'm
Totally fine with
now
that.
near it.
Yeah.
Okay.
You were
So
far and now you're near.
yeah, so I assume it's facing Remy, and I'm coming up behind it.
That's fair.
So I'm gonna whack it right on the top of the head with both hands.
Oh,
with the
both
shillelagh.
hands. Okay.
Exactly. So now I get to learn how to roll. So I have a 7 for strength, but I get a
Goodness.
+2 because I am using a hand weapon club because I have a 2 for the club.
Yeah. Well, so it's a dexterity roll first to
Okay.
try and hit.
Dex roll first. Okay.
Yep.
And when I roll dexterity, I roll d20, and my dexterity is 2.
D10.
D10. Okay.
Yeah, D10's the master die in this system.
I got it. I got an 8.
All right.
Plus
So
2 is 10.
8 plus 2 is 10, and you do
I think it's
have.
+4, right? Your dex and your hand weapon both add to this roll.
Oh yes.
Oh, okay. So
Thank you.
12.
Chris. Yes. And you had a +1 as well for this. Not that the zombie ever really tries to defend itself, but its back was turned completely. So yes, you clobber it with your shillelagh, and let's see what happens here.
All right.
So
it's a D8 times my strength, and
Yep.
then I get an extra 1 strength because a two-handed weapon that I'm using two-handed.
My goodness.
Yeah,
So
so
a
it would
D8 times 8?
Yes. Does my training in the weapon add to this as well?
No.
Okay. So 8. Yep.
Yeah.
All right. A D8 times 8. 16.
16. Goodness. Very nice. All right, so the shillelagh comes down, and is the shillelagh just a straight Cambrian heartwood, or does it have like jagged jade embedded in it or anything?
No, there's no rocks in it. It's just hardwood, but it's very polished and very pretty.
Ooh.
And
all right.
the thing at the end, just like an Irish shillelagh, is like a knot. You know.
Okay, so this thing comes down in a sickening crunch on this ghoul's shoulder. You know, it was reaching for Remy, and like now it's just like that side of its torso is collapsed in.
Awesome.
You know, everything, it's hanging down, like its arm is still attached, but it's like down way below the knee, right? But it's still coming at everything else, and it's still going at Remy. You didn't spin it around or anything like that. But a very solid, sickening blow.
Hold still.
Yes. Good stuff. Good stuff. All right. The ghoul continues its attack on Remy. It has lost one of its claw attacks, but it will go its other claw attack. It misses, and it continues to bite. The bite does hit. So once again, you can dodge.
Yep, I'm going to dodge that because it's a natty 10
Beautiful.
on the roll, and then it's like another, 8? So 18.
Yeah. Okay, and natural 10s do explode, so do natural 1s, but in this case, we don't have to.
Yeah.
You're not going to get, mechanical bonuses for dodging better. You dodge.
Flourish.
You dodge. I mean, if you want to. You actually could. I mean, keep rolling.
Well, I'll tell you this. Let's just say that the dodge also allows me to minorly reposition because I want to make sure that if anything else comes around that corner, Yaotl and Yaotl is between me and whatever's coming around that corner second.
All right.
Because there was some banging you heard, but this thing was already grabbing me. There might be a second one in there, and if so, that little flourish dodge just put me right out of range of being the next thing it's going to hit.
All right, I like it. Well done. So, and we'll speak to that in terms of combat. You having your little minor actions, right? In addition to drawing a weapon and attacking or something. So, so yeah, that's perfectly fine.
Okay.
And you do that, and we're going into your turn anyway. So you said you had kind of dropped your bow and had drawn the machete.
Drawn the machete. Yeah.
Okay. And so if you want to be in hand-to-hand combat with this thing as well, you can. There's no danger that you're going to accidentally hit Yaotl or anything like that. Yaotl might hit you with a giant club, but the ghoul is in between.
I have a
you
dodge.
guys. Yeah, you have a dodge. However, as you reposition yourself, you do in fact see over Yaotl's enormous shoulder, there is another ghoul just T1000ing from the direction
As
Yaotl
I
came.
lunge to engage the one that I just dodged, I say, Yaotl, watch your back.
Very nice.
Hopefully that's not lost.
All right. What is your weapon skill with the machete?
I have a 3.
Very nice.
No, sorry. I don't have a 3.
Oh.
I have a 5.
Really?
Yeah, I have 3 in hand weapon with an extra 2 because I'm specialized in machete. Anything other than machete, I'm not very good with.
Crazy. I believe you. Yeah.
Yeah.
So here you go.
So I have a 5 on the machete. Dex is still a 5. I'm doing a called shot. I'm going to try to take the head off.
Oh, just going for it.
Just going right for it.
Okay.
I figure if I'm this good at hitting with it, I should probably try to do something more surgical.
Yeah.
A headshot is going to be a -5 base
Okay.
modifier.
I understand.
All right.
But that gives me a total of +5 on the roll. Right? So it's a total of 10.
A total of 10. You bring your machete around in a sweeping arc, and you catch it just right under the ear.
Okay.
Yes. Roll damage.
Nice. Okay, so that would be the D6 times 2. Total of 2.
Wait, really? Oh, yeah.
Total of 2.
Wow. Well, fortunately, you'll that damage will be quadrupled. So
Nice.
well done.
All right.
Okay, so what happens is you hit it there, and you take its jaw off, and which thankfully is going to help you avoid some of its bite attack. It's still got its top row.
Yeah. You can
and
gum me to
It's
death.
definitely still coming. Yeah, but unfortunately, you didn't get clean purchase. You
Yep.
kind of chipped into the skull and it spun off.
Yeah, get you.
Alas,
It's
Alas.
a hard thing.
It is a
when
hard
they're
thing.
fresh like this, they're not really decomposed the same way. It's a little harder.
that is
Yeah.
that is the way she goes. All right, and so with that, I think we are done with that round.
Yeah.
Right. Okay, new round. We are now we have a second ghoul. We'll just have that ghoul go with the ghoul initiative. So we'll have Yaotl, both the ghouls, Remy, and of course whatever happens to be happening in the distance. Right. And
So my shillelagh had come down after my hit. He told me to look over my shoulder. And so I'm going to spin around and I'm going to get like this. But I imagine it'll take me my entire action just to get spun around like that.
no, you can. I mean, that's your movement. You know, you have your movement and your action and your attack, and your attack is, once we're in combat, also subdivided into your defense action. You're always allowed a defense and an attack in addition to a dodge or whatever. And then you also have your minor actions and so forth. So your move, your main action, your minor action.
Okay.
So you still have a minor action, or rather, I guess your minor action is you're loading your attack, and I guess your intent is to just
Come down on it when it gets within range.
sounds great.
Yeah, exactly.
Beautiful. All right, so Yaotl does that.
Hold still.
Hold still. And all
Yaotl
right,
has spoken.
yes. So let's
I have spoken.
let's go ahead and resolve that then. So that ghoul is coming straight for you, and yes, it closes the distance.
Okay.
And
Dexterity.
yes,
All right.
your loaded shillelagh goes off. A 10.
Oh, it's
Wow.
like +2.
Okay, so this is a really weird mechanic that I don't necessarily like. Might change it, but what you're going to do is roll again
Okay.
and subtract 5. And so in this case, it does nothing.
Okay.
But if you'd rolled a 9, you would have gotten a +4,
Ooh,
to, you know, or
cool.
something like that. Well, whatever. But at any rate, you have a natural 10. It's nice and juicy.
Okay.
And you may now roll damage.
It's the 8 for the
Oh, it's D8. That's right.
The Cambrian heartbeat shillelagh.
I got a 3 times 8.
Times 8, right? Even better than last
24.
time.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you and you're coming down
Oh yeah.
with it, right? Yeah. So you don't time it perfectly, right? So you don't just accordion this thing where it stands, but you absolutely knock it off its balance, and where it was kind of coming straight at you, you have your club just comes straight through it and kind of like smashes its hip, and it sort of cartwheels off to your left. And because it's a crazy rampaging ghoul, it kind of just immediately bounces off the ground and starts coming back at you. But it just, rather than its full attack, it just has like one lunging swipe with its claw. And with that lunging swipe with its claw, it has an 8, which is going to hit. Do you have a dodge or anything else you'd like to employ?
Do I have a dodge? I don't think I have dodge. I do. I have a dodge of 2.
Dodge of 2.
Okay.
So it's a dexterity roll.
Okay. Which means D10 plus 2 for my dexterity, and then +2 for the dodge.
Yep.
Correct.
So awesome. So that's a 9/10. It's 10.
A 9/10 unfortunately does not beat the claw roll.
Oh.
Yes. So now the claw is only a D6. I say only a D6. Unfortunately, the ghoul does have a strength of 5. Just a human, but of course a human on necromantic PCP. Or whatever, right? And so it rolls a 4, so that's 9 points of damage.
Okay.
That it
And
does.
Subtracts from my life points.
It does.
Okay.
So, am I catching it right that when we're doing damage, we're multiplying the roll?
That is your weapon that's doing that.
Oh.
Yeah, and actually, well, so this. Oh no, you're right. I'm sorry, I did that wrong. It is in fact 20 points of damage because of 4 times 5.
Oh wow, that was a bad hit for me.
I apologize.
Okay.
And so what that actually that brings up a good point, which is that things are lethal. But that's why you have the fate points and things like that. And there's also a mechanic in here for hit dice that you could like take a short rest and that. I think it's a little OP. It's actually not in the rules as written. I added it as a house rule to try and make things a little less lethal, and now I think it overcorrected. So we'll play it by ear.
I would say let's not play with it. I like a gritty.
Yeah, I mean, this thing...
We've got the luck points, so if something goes horribly wrong, we spend it, and then we try to lick our wounds, whatever it might be.
The biggest thing is you guys are going to have to find some ways to heal, which there will be in town.
Mm-hmm.
But neither of you is a magic user or anything like that, so you've got... I
have
think you've got
3
first
points in
aid
first
or
aid,
something.
but that's it.
Got a whole library of alchemy stuff.
You do.
I'm just saying.
Back
But
at the
you
house.
can't read and don't know what it is.
I know how to
Back at
read
the
it,
house.
and I can translate it to you. Huh?
All right, so this thing, I mean, and it obviously it grabs much more than just a patch of fur, right? It embeds into your breast, just like gah, and your white fur begins to soak through a little bit with your own blood.
Yeah, you probably make some sort of yell or grunt or something like that. And I say, stop playing with it, kill it.
And let's see, the other ghoul, I think, is down to 1 claw, which it swings at Remy, it misses, it has not hit a claw today, and it's down to its last jaw, just its little upper jaw, but it does roll a 9.
All right, dodge.
Dodge it.
Dodge. So
What do you got?
it's 14.
14. That's good enough to dodge this thing.
This is what I'm built for.
It really
move.
is.
Stick and move.
Yeah. It works great until there's like 3 things attacking you.
Well, I don't like that.
No. Yeah.
That's why you're here.
To soak up the 20 points of damage.
Oh, you tank you. What do you have, like 70?
82.
Oh my god, it's even more than I guessed.
81.
Oh my gosh.
Well, 61 now.
Alright, well now I'm going to try to dispatch this one so we're only dealing with one.
You will machete.
I will try to machete. I'm not going to bother with that.
The called shot or anything. Yeah, just going for it.
Just go. I feel like it's already on its last leg. Do I get that sense?
It's still on both legs.
Oh.
You guys have damaged it significant. You have significant. If this was D&D 4E, it would be bloodied.
Ah.
I don't know if that's helpful.
Terms I know how to speak. Okay.
Yes.
Got it. All right. So, I will go for the called shot then. I thought it was like more shambly than it is right now.
Oh, well, all right.
I'll go for the called shot. All right.
To the head again, I take it?
Right. Again, I get a +5 after the negative.
Right.
So that's exploder. So.
Oh, hey.
15. I guess I roll again. You said
Right.
for the weird mechanic.
Sure.
Okay, that is a 5, so it's nothing.
5 is nothing. Yeah.
Right.
But if it did get up high enough, you could get even more multipliers to your damage.
Right.
But you're already quadruple.
3. 3 times.
3 times your machete. Or
3
your
times the
strength.
strength, so that's 2 strength, so it's 6. So you're saying 6 times 4 is 24?
Yes. I guess.
Is it multiplicative in that way?
Uh,
Because do I do my times 2 and then you times 4 that?
yeah, we times 4. So the machete is d6 times your strength, right?
Yes.
3 times your strength of 2 is 6. Then, 4 times that. Exactly.
24. Got it.
Yeah.
Awesome.
All right. You cleanly lop this thing's head off this time. And its body, the rest of what remains, just immediately slumps at your feet with the last little momentum that it had as it was chasing you.
All right. And then I come up next to you and say, all right, I'm ready to help.
You're too late. Slow.
All right, so next round, Yaotl's going to take another swing at this thing.
Oh yeah, totally.
All right.
As long as he has enough distance on it to swing the shillelagh.
Sure. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. You are big. You are huge. You have a nice stride. Now this thing is relentlessly pursuing you, but you can take your two-handed swing if you like.
Okay, right on. Natty 10.
Oh,
Man, we're getting
look at y'all. Yeah.
some crazy stuff there.
Hitting them out of the park.
Dex is 2, and my hand weapon is 2, so 14.
Yeah. All right, so 14's going to hit. You can explode your die if you want.
Oh, cool. Yeah, totally.
Let's see.
Got a 9.
All right, so
So
you're
what
going to be,
happened?
so you had a 14, you
Uh-huh.
actually have an 18.
Wow.
And that is going to increase your damage rolled by 2 before your multiplier.
Ooh. So it's like an additional 2 strength?
Pretty,
Cool.
yeah.
Cool.
Which is
So it's more like the
brutal.
2 becomes a 4,
Uh-huh.
and then the 4 times your strength
Yep.
thing.
Cool. So I have a 2 becomes a 4.
Mhm.
And then I have a 2-handed hold on my weapon, so that's a 5 times my strength.
Well, the strength is what you have a +1 to the multiplier.
Ah.
So,
Okay.
so your damage roll is 2,
Okay.
+2 for your high roll.
Mm-hmm.
So you have a 4, right?
Mhm.
And then that is multiplied by your strength.
Okay. And my strength is 7.
Is that correct?
Mm-hmm.
Or
7 plus 1 for your
2-handed weapon.
Two-handed.
right. So that's where you get an 8
Oh,
multiplier,
I see. Okay.
yes.
rather than it becoming 4 to 5.
I see.
Although, interestingly enough, mathematically that's similar. Anyway,
Hey,
it is what it is.
you absolutely freaking obliterate this thing.
Yeah.
We're talking red mist. Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, where it really.
It's a grease spot where a ghoul used to be.
Yeah, I suppose, because you had just swung down, and so you kind of you bring it laterally and just get a little bit of an uppercut on this thing as it's coming back around you, and yeah, so just the upper half of its body just splits open like a piñata, and there's indeed a fine red rain all over your white fur and the little patches of snow, and of course that blood had been coagulated and disgusting for a while inside that ghoul, so it is really it smells absolutely horrid.
Oh, of course.
Yes, and there's steaming kind of entrails and whatever. But congratulations, you have
Out of
slain
curiosity,
2 ghouls.
did either one of these only have 1 boot on?
Indeed, actually. Yes, you stop and look, and the first one that you killed had 1 boot that matches the one
boot
that you
was
saw.
near the tarp, yeah.
Yes.
So
Yes.
we know what happened to the survivor.
You said company is coming?
Yeah, I look back on the horizon.
Mm.
How close are they now?
They have closed a little bit of the distance. So combat happened, and I will say that a turn has gone by on that account,
Yeah.
and whoever is coming, whatever is coming, this ship is less than half of the distance that it was. So it's maybe closed, say, a third of the distance in the time that it took y'all to discover the ghouls and dispatch them, which wasn't a terribly long amount of time, but we're calling it 10 minutes in the game world.
I peer around your body, starting at one side and then walking a few steps till I get to the other side of your body, because you're ginormous. And I say, "Are you okay?"
Yeah.
All right. Well, here, see if there's anything useful in this bag that could help you.
It's but a flesh wound.
I just throw one of the bags that I brought with us. It's filled with like cloth and bits of sorghum type things, like that, just whatever, things that I don't know if they'll be useful to you or not, but I'm hoping that if there's anything hurt, because I can't see past your fur, you're just red. I don't know what's going on. So I'm just going to throw that back. See if there's anything useful in this. And by the way, keep an eye on that thing. Let me know what's happening. And then I run off. I'm going to run towards any of the survivor area because I want to see if there's anything worth looting before they get here.
Right.
Like I am doing the scavenge thing and I keep yelling out to you occasionally. All right, how close are they now? What do you see? What do you see? Because you're my eyes as I'm like doing
And
this.
Yaotl.
Worst lookout ever.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'll go through Chris's little pack there. Maybe I'll find a little vinegar and water and shake it up and pour it on my wound and kind of clean it out.
Okay. So is that a first aid roll? Is that what you're
Sure. Yeah.
wanting to do?
That'd be great.
Yeah, there
My
is.
supplies are very limited. Just
Yeah.
They are.
But I'm good at first aid.
And that's fine actually because you are? You have a high.
I have first aid of 3.
Very nice. Unfortunately, you do get it's a -2 modifier because you're doing it on yourself.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
He was very, he didn't help. He just kind of threw
No, I'm not helping.
Okay.
I got things to do.
But it's a skill. It's a skill check, and this is going to be. It could be perception, dexterity, or intelligence, depending on what you're doing. But I'm going to say this is intelligence.
Okay.
You're not doing anything super complex that requires dexterity.
Okay.
Right.
So I got a 9, and my intelligence is 3, and then I have a 3 in first aid.
But then the -2.
-2. Yeah.
So adding it all up, that's a 12.
A 12 is very nice, and so that will work for a d6 worth of healing.
Oh, okay, cool. 2. Oh.
Get a little something.
Yeah.
And perhaps more importantly, this isn't necessarily mechanically important at this point, but it's certainly narratively important. You have staunched the bleeding.
Oh, good. Okay.
And the way that's going to work is you will be allowed, or anyone will be allowed, one of those checks like per wound that you have. So you had that one big wound. That's pretty much as you can do right now yourself without going to a specialist, getting it stitched up, whatever the case would be. And
I imagine
ultimately,
there's a chunk that
there's a little chunk.
that got taken out
Yeah,
there.
that thing grabbed you.
Yeah, we're gonna need to heal that by primary intention.
Yes, and of course, rest will also help a good bit. All right, so Remy, you are.
I'm rummaging. What do you see? What do you see?
You are just rummaging around. So you go into the wreckage of the airship. I take it. Or?
First thing I would do is go to wherever the survivors were staked up with the tarps and everything.
Okay.
I'm just going to see if they may have pulled valuables out and kept them close to them.
You do not see anything. It looks pretty. You kind of already checked out the area, right? You saw the single boot.
Yeah.
And you want to? I mean, do you want to like take some time and search things?
I would, because
okay.
My assumption is that they would have brought something valuable out if they knew where it was, depending on what you think is valuable at the time, right?
Right.
So like it, maybe it's underneath a tarp area. Like I would think that's a hot spot to check out. If that takes me time, it takes me time.
That's fine. Yeah. So if you want to take a turn to search the kind of camped out area, no problem. And you do in fact find a couple things. You find a couple books, actually, or small like journals. It looks like.
Okay.
And just in the quick time, like you can absolutely, if you want to take another turn, really like read them.
No.
But okay.
Put them in my sack.
But I'll say that what it looks like is that one of them seems to be like a personal diary of some kind, or journal or something, and the other one looks like a manifest. It looks, to your eye, it looks like a list of everything that was on the ship.
Right. But I quickly surmise that even with a manifest, I won't know where any of it is. So
it's not that big of a ship. It's not huge, but the wreckage is kind of splayed out. Yes.
Okay.
You could guess that there's a cargo hold.
Okay.
Or that if you entered the bulk of the wreckage.
All right.
Yeah.
I'm gonna run back to Yaotl. You okay?
What'd you find?
I'll look over to the horizon. Can you even see that thing?
Well, company.
Can you see it though? Like, am I wasting my time saying, please take a look at it?
I know. I see that it's dark.
All right, here. See this manifest thing?
Uh-huh.
Can you make heads or tails of that? I'm gonna go check something.
Oh
out.
yeah. And Yaotl reads like this.
Does y'all know how to read?
Yeah. Yeah, he was raised in an aristocratic family and thought he was going to be a priest. Yeah, he can read. He just is nearsighted.
He can read Cambrian, I'm
and
sure.
he reads like that, and when it's not his language. Yeah.
All right. Sounds good. And you do have acute senses, right? Is your vision acute?
No, my smell and hearing are acute.
Gotcha.
And taste.
And then your vision is nearsighted. Right?
Yes.
Okay. All right. So you do that. You run back and you give Yaotl the manifest. I take it.
Mm-hmm.
Sounds
You
good.
look over this.
And you're keeping the diary.
I've already thrown it into a bag.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So the diary's on you. Yaotl has the manifest.
Yep.
All right.
All right, so
I'm basically like hurriedly backing away while giving instructions as I try to find the next thing I want to quickly rummage through.
Okay.
Whether that be wreckage or whatever, right?
Mm-hmm.
And the instructions I'm giving are, okay, all right, let me know if you see anything in the manifest. If they get any closer, tell me. Just yell out.
Okay.
All
Do I
right.
see anything in the manifest?
If you you're gonna
Boxes.
take a turn to
Yep. Boxes of boots or
the manifest. There are boxes of boots, a couple, some pretty uninteresting kind of general stuff like some rations and
cut wood.
casks of water, things like that. Anything that you would expect to see. The majority of what it says on there appear to be agricultural tools of limited application, probably, but that appears to be the bulk of what it was. It also says that there was a large supply of medical items.
Ooh. Medical supplies. Agricultural supplies.
I gave you what I have.
No, in the ship. Medical supplies. Agricultural supplies. Boots.
Okay. All right. Keep going.
Water casks.
Yeah.
Food.
Okay.
What you want?
Anything better?
No.
That is what it says.
Okay. Got
on the
it.
manifest.
Well, I'm going to start rummaging, and now at least I have some idea what I might be saying.
Okay. And so you're rummaging now. You've stepped into the wreckage, into the
Any
airship
wreckage
proper.
area.
Just wherever you can. Okay.
Whatever's closest and looks like it could bear fruit.
All right. Give me some kind of roll.
I do have search, by the way.
That's the kind of roll I'm looking for.
Well, all right. What is the attribute?
You can kind of make the case to me if you want.
It doesn't really matter because
Yeah.
it's not strength, it's
Right.
not dex, and everything else I have is a 3.
Yeah. So we'll call it.
So
we're gonna call it perception.
okay, that's
Perception
perfectly
and
fine.
search. Yep.
That's perfectly fine.
D10 perception and search.
Okay, all right. So total of 10.
Total of 10. So you do not get far into the wreckage of the ship itself when you find what you assume to be the third crew member. And this crew member has been tied up and essentially crucified to the interior of the hull and left there like that.
Dead now?
They are dead.
Okay.
They are dead.
Is there some sort of may change into a ghoul thing that I need to know about?
Yes. However, as far as you can tell, they may change into a ghoul. You can't see that.
It does not look
measures
imminent.
were taken.
It
It
doesn't.
doesn't look imminent.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. And it seems very clear to you that this was not done by ghouls because ghouls don't do this.
Right. Yeah. I was about to
Yes.
say. Mm-hmm.
Yes. So this seems like it was done before you got here.
Oof.
Right. You also find, kind of rummaging around in the wreckage, you find what appears to be some sort of grappling hook gun.
Ooh.
It is a long gun. It's not just like a pistol, like a Corsair's Talon or something. It's almost looks like a blunderbuss or whatever, and then it's got this
Yeah.
protruding grappling hook on it. It does look like it's a Bragonium powered weapon. Like maybe it needs a cartridge or something to be used.
Do I see any of those around?
You do not. It's very dark. It's pretty dark in here. Even though it's light outside, it is an overcast day, a little snow. So in here, a lot of shadows, a lot of dust and dirt that has been blown into the wreckage and is starting to cover the surfaces. You do see things kind of strewn about everywhere, containers opened and that kind of thing. As you continue searching, and by the way, this is all gonna take another turn. Or this is the same turn that Yaotl was reading the manifest. Is that correct? Okay, so this is all happening there. You do find an area of the cargo bay that looks empty. Looks like either they weren't carrying anything or someone's been here before. And actually, then you see at your feet the remnants of what looked like a medical kit.
Not the first ones here.
Yeah, or some items of a medical kit, perhaps. Yeah.
Okay. Well, if there's anything there worth scrounging, I grab it. But
okay.
The main thing I guess I get out of this is that gun.
You got that gun? Yeah.
Oh yeah, I'm taking that.
Yep. Okay. So you grab the rifle, grappling hook gun, and you have got a med kit.
Okay.
Or a partial med kit.
Okay.
You come back down here.
I will make my way back out to Yaotl again, trying to check how close they are now. And did you find anything out? What's going on?
I unless I can hear him, I can't update you.
You can hear him as he comes back out.
Well, I can hear him, but them, the
people
them
coming
from far away.
No, you can't quite hear them yet, but you definitely see. I mean, their approach is imminent. They are, if they had closed a third of the distance last time, they've now closed another third. So there's the third remaining before they are upon you. They're definitely heading directly for you, and through the haze and everything, you can see several figures kind of riding atop very ramshackle, kind of Mad Max cobbled together skiffs and airships. And
Plural. Oh shit.
Yes, yes. There's one large one, and then there's a couple smaller ones. One of the couple smaller ones is like a single person vehicle that is kind of zipping around a little quicker, and maybe even kind of ahead of the other ones a little bit. And yes, as you watch, you see that one starts speeding up closer. And you can't hear them, but there is, it's like a hum. You almost feel it a little bit, like those Bragonium engines are getting closer.
So I get up alongside you and say, in case anyone asks, this gun is mine. You've seen me with it for weeks.
Whatever you say.
I'm going to take a good look at whatever's coming at us. Maybe they're close enough at this point that some sort of past heraldry of mine might give me some idea of what kind of faction we're dealing with.
Certainly, yeah. Are you willing to take a turn to observe?
That depends. If I take a turn, will that something be upon me?
It looks likely. Now, not the whole group, but the longer you wait.
Yes.
Yeah.
I am going to. I'm going to gesture to you. I'll come back here with me, and we're going to get it as close to the edge of one of these wreckage areas as we can, while staring it down and trying to understand what's coming at us, because that determines our next move.
While we're walking over there, Yaotl will bend down. Give you your arrow back.
Oh.
In Yaotl's hand, it looks funny and small.
Okay. So that will be
Toothpick.
all right. So I will have a roll for that to see can the arrow be recovered.
Okay.
Sure.
Right.
What should I roll? 8 or
Should
D10?
you roll a D10, and we'll call it a dexterity.
Okay.
See if Yaotl can pull it out of the ground gingerly or whatever.
Oh, it's a net. It's a crit fail.
A crit fail, yes.
Yeah.
A fumble or whatever. So yes, that arrow unfortunately, either buried itself into some rocks or it hit the hull of the airship and snapped. And if you like, you can recover the pieces of it. Maybe the arrowhead could be refashioned later or whatever, but the arrow itself is no longer in there.
Yeah.
You give me like a piece of an
mangled
arrow.
pieces of arrow for you.
Okay.
Couple of feathers.
Yeah, you got an arrowhead. It's better than nothing. Okay, so you two are endeavoring to conceal yourselves among the ruins.
Obscure. Yeah.
You don't think they've seen us already? I've been
You take
standing.
every precaution that you
I'm a
can.
bloody monkey standing in front of an airship in the desert. You don't think they can see me?
It's a snowy day. You know.
Hey, take every precaution that you can.
You are a weird human.
Remember that when you're still alive later.
All right, so you're obscuring yourself somewhat, and then what? Observing harder.
Yeah, well, I want to know what faction it is that's coming at us because that will determine our next move.
Gotcha.
Are we having to try to run
Yep.
or what?
Okay. All right, so I'm gonna say that another turn goes by as you are positioning yourselves, and you are also reconnoitering the situation. And so you don't see any kind of, they're not flying any flags or anything like that. Their hull isn't painted a particular color. They appear to be, however, raiders, definitely. So much like yourself, scavengers living off the landscape, but potentially violent cannibals. You don't know. As they get closer, you do see that there are some skulls hanging from their ships. You can spot those the way the sun hits them from a distance, easy enough to your Wastelander's eye. And as I said, there's a larger ship, not huge by any means, but perhaps the size of a single family home, a modest single family home. And then there is a smaller ship off to the side of it that is perhaps the size of a tank, a small tank. And then there is the third ship, which is almost like a little Star Wars speeder kind of thing zipping around. And that is the one that has now just about gotten to the edge of the wreckage. And you see, in fact, that there are two people on this thing. There's whoever is kind of driving it or steering it, and then there's someone kind of standing up right behind them, holding onto their shoulders, and they have like a big lance that they are carrying upright. And as this thing, and there's this little motor, and it kind of does a wide arc around the wreckage as it gets there, and you can tell that they're kind of scouting out what's going on as well.
So it's just a little ship that has two people on it, and behind them there are bigger ships that have probably many more people.
That would be a fair assumption, yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Run.
I don't think that we can stick around and see how it works out. Yeah.
Let's get out of here.
All right. But if they're making their orbit around the area, doing like a little bit of a scout, then we can basically time our movements, hopefully, to make it less obvious that we're here, if they don't already know that we're here.
You could definitely try.
We can definitely try.
Yes.
I'm going to say, move when I move.
Okay.
Just like that.
Yaotl like.
All right, come on.
All right. So the Pink Panther music starts playing,
Pretty much. Yeah.
and you're attempting to scuttle from one. Let's be clear about it. You're trying to get back to your skiff, I imagine.
Yes.
Without being seen.
Correct.
Yes. Okay. Well, that sounds like a great opportunity for a skill challenge,
Doesn't it?
doesn't it? Just.
Yes.
All right. So let's say 4 successes
Okay.
is what I'm looking for.
I have a 3 in stealth. What do you have?
I have
monkeys don't really need shoes.
A 3 in stealth.
So when I say a skill challenge, I guess I mean it in the D&D 4e sense.
Yes.
And so to be clear, the idea here is
We need so many successes before we get so many failures.
exactly.
Yes.
And so you do not have to use just your stealth skill, but you will have to, between the two of you, come up with 4 successful skill checks using whatever kind of justification you can use that, whatever that skill is, you are leveraging it to sneak past these raiders.
Okay.
And as long as you can make a plausible case, I'm down.
Well, I mean, the obvious one is stealth,
It is.
but we can't just use stealth over and over
You
again.
can't just use... Yeah, you can only fail or succeed. You can only use the skill once.
Okay. All right. So I would say I would use perception and notice in order to know when it's clear for us to move and when it's not.
I'll buy it. So we get a notice check.
We get a notice check. You want me to do them as we say them?
Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
All right. So I'll do the notice one unless you're good at that.
Go ahead. I've got a
you
2
are.
in notice.
All right. So I have a 3 plus my perception is a 3. So that's 6 on top of whatever I roll. I got an exploder. Do you want me to explode it?
No, that's... You got it.
Okay, got it. All right, so
Right,
that's my notice roll. How about you do the
One
next
success.
Okay. And I will do the. I'm going to do a survival roll that involves trying to cut beyond the ridgeline so that my survival test is my ability to walk in places where I won't be as visible from the direction of the.
Okay. Like if you were stalking or hunting something or whatever. Just,
Yeah,
moving
exactly.
out of context with the landscape.
Exactly.
All right.
Okay.
I like it.
So I've got a +2 on survival tests. And I got a 7, so I have a 9.
9.
Well, also your survival is 2, is what you're saying? But then one of these abilities is also going to add to it. Question
yes.
is what ability?
Be your intelligence,
Intelligence
probably.
is a 3.
Yeah.
So
So 14
14.
total. I had your survival as a forest 1. You're saying you got 2?
I have +2 on survival tests based on
Oh, that might be something else entirely.
yes.
Oh,
modifiers.
hard to kill. That's hard to
Yes,
kill. Sorry. Okay, so yeah, so that is when you are. That's not a survival skill check. That's when you're dying and you're rolling to see if you die
I see.
or whatever.
Okay.
But
Yeah.
still, that means you
My
got
survival's a 1.
You got
so
an
it's
11.
13. Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
So still pretty good.
Intelligence is 3, survival's a 1. That's 4 on top of your 7, so it's 11, right?
11.
Just making sure the math
11,
makes sense and we know what we're doing with that.
Perfect. So that is another success. So kind of slinking around here and there, Yaotl just quickly taps you on the shoulder and says, "Follow me," and you get from behind one rock to another, and you guys are now out from the wreckage. You are nearly completely exposed, but you are sneaking.
Perfect time for stealth.
Perfect time for stealth. And you look back over your shoulder and you see the speeder bike has continued kind of circling around, and Remy has kept the eye on it to see when the best time to move is, and then the rest of the party has kind of showed up, and they're parking, for lack of a better term, their ships and starting to dismount, and you can see indeed and even start to hear them yelling at each other that there are at least a half dozen more people that have showed up. Yes. All right, so you were halfway through the skill challenge. You got 2 successes, no failures yet.
That's good.
Very nice.
It's your turn.
And go for the stealth. All right, so I've got. I guess it's a perception stealth. What do you think?
You have some.
I mean, if you want to say it's
It
dex,
should be
that's
dex.
awesome.
Yeah, I think it's dex.
Don't you have a?
Dexterity for tasks like moving quietly, perception for finding good places to hide. So it's it's a little cheap because you always have the option of like, I'm going to do it this way, but the player usually picks whatever their highest attribute is.
Which makes sense.
Which
What
makes
are you
sense.
naturally good at? What were we looking for?
Just to see if you had any clothing that you could use to obscure yourself. Like I have a cape.
Oh, I mean, I'm dressed in such a way that if at any point I drop to the ground, I look like the landscape.
Total
Okay.
wastelander.
Oh, of course.
Total
Of
wasteland.
course.
Got it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So I mean, I'm definitely doing that. You know what I
Okay.
mean? Okay, so the stealth itself is a 3, and the dexterity is an 5, so that's 8 on top of whatever I'm rolling.
All right.
16 total.
Very nice. So that is another success.
Do you have anything that's making it so that your white fur is not showing?
You're a little hindered by the fact that you're dragging along the albino ape.
Yeah,
But-
I have a cloak though. I can pull out of my bag.
Right.
Yeah.
So I'll do a how will I do it? I'll do it as a. I guess it's stealth for me as well, isn't it?
Cannot use the same skill. That is
Did I already use
unfortunately
stealth?
I used it.
You used it. Okay.
He was your stealth for the group.
Okay.
But he rolled
I'll
16.
do. Here you go. I know what I'll do. I have scavenging for 3. So
Uh-huh.
I'll do a little scavenge and I'll pull up one of the kind of sand-colored tarps that had been flapping in the wind, and just kind of wrap it around the white fur, make it harder to see.
Oh, all right. You know, it's it is a bit of a retcon, but I like it. I think it works fine. We can say that Yaotl had that. All right, but
Scoped out.
Do you pull it off?
All right, we'll find out.
Natural 10. All right, so congratulations with your skill challenge. You have whoever those raiders are. They appear to be totally involved with the wreckage and milling about and all that, and you are able to make it back to the skiff safely. I'm going to say that took 2 turns.
Oh, easily.
Very, very carefully slinking. All right.
Alright.
Now that we are here, stay here till they leave? Question mark? Because I don't think we can fly the airship and not be noticed.
Well,
It's not very.
the skiff is just slow and low to the ground. So as long as we don't take the netting off, but we just sort of like slowly back away with it, we should be able to get out. I would think.
Or stay here and loot plate metal and done.
That could be a while. That could be days even. What do I think is likely for the raiders to do at this point? I probably have run across them before.
You expect them to raid.
Right. But do I expect them to set up camp and basically be there for days? Or do I expect them to get what they can grab in about an hour and then come back at some other point?
You, using your exquisite Remy deductive skills, believe that perhaps they have already taken stuff and they left.
They may have been
Now
the
they've
ones
come
that
back.
took the medicine out.
It's entirely possible. They seemed very intent on they're moving with purpose down there. Like they've been here before. They're not just exploring it.
We can wait them out.
Okay. So I'll situate myself somewhere unseen and just kind of huddle down and wait, watch them as much as I can see them from where I am, which is not that well.
Okay. You guys, you want to wait? That's the plan.
Wait them out.
Okay.
Did you find anything else other than gun?
I found where the medicine was probably, but it's already been taken. And the other things that I found there wasn't much.
Like what?
I don't remember exactly what
You
we
have a
talked about.
journal.
Well, I have the journal thing, yeah, but I'm talking about like stuff that was on the manifest. What did I actually see, or what is still there? Nothing from the manifest that I saw is still there.
Give me journal.
All right, give you the journal while we're waiting.
All right.
So I'll read it while he's looking out to see if the raiders are done.
Okay. And I should apologize. There was, from what you could tell, there was agricultural equipment.
Oh, that was still there.
Yeah.
Okay.
But it's
I
not
can see
like
that.
hand tools or something. It's like,
Thresher.
yes, it's
But-
some larger Bragonium powered.
If we could get it onto the skiff, it could be valuable. So it's worth hanging out if we can slip back in when they're gone, maybe grab that and then get out.
It could be.
One bit of salvage.
Yeah. You certainly...
Boots?
See, you didn't really realize this, that you were in for a Sanford and Son campaign, but it's totally going.
Oh, I know. Yeah, I know this. That was the last combat we'll ever run. It's just going to be arbitrage from now on. So that's fine. Formula One manager simulation.
Let's go.
Let's go. Okay, so you're waiting them out. Yaotl has the diary. And the way we're going to do this, while you're waiting them out, and you're fairly well concealed. You did think about this. You put the tarp over it and all this kind of stuff. You're not making noise. But the speeder bike people are continuing to just do rounds. You know, they're kind of spiraling out, and you can't tell necessarily if they've seen you or what.
But can I tell if they're getting closer?
You can tell if they're getting closer. Yeah.
Are they getting closer?
No, they're kind of searching the area or scouting the area.
Okay.
But here's how we're going to find this out.
Not the droids you're looking for.
You could be the droids they're looking for. You don't know. I'm going to roll a d6. Whatever I roll on this, you are each going to roll a d6 and try not to roll.
Okay.
And that is going to be the mechanic that we use for random encounters, for lack of a better term.
Okay.
Now, the default for me is going to be a d12, right? So there's a fairly low chance that we all roll the same number. But here you're right under their nose. You're just hanging out. All they really have to do is look at you, more than once as they're just passing by, and they're going to be like, wait a minute. So, 4.
Okay. So don't roll a 4.
Don't roll a 4.
5.
2.
All right. You successfully, for the period of time that they were there, which in fact is 4 hours.
Wow.
4 hours they're there. And you see them loading all this agricultural equipment, all this scrap metal, different pieces of junk. You're at a little bit of a distance. What was it, 200 yards or so that you left the ship. And the speeder bike keeps going around the whole time. And then they load up, go off in the direction they came from.
Yeah.
What did I find in the book?
What did you find?
Over 4 hours.
The book.
Exciting journal.
The most exciting journal.
Yeah.
All right. The journal appears to belong to a person named Relio Velis.
Okay.
And they were, from what you can ascertain, a crew member on this airship. You learn that the airship was called the Lockjaw. All right, and that this Relio person was not the captain or anything like that, just a crewman, as far as you can tell. And they do speak of at least 2 other members of the crew. They also speak of a Barslog, someone named Barslog, that they were working for, and was I guess the contractor or the boss. And you also find some references to a Galdoran energy cell that they are supposedly smuggling. And this person has written in the diary about how that is not on the manifest and it is not to be known, but that they are taking it to Cyrost,
What
to
is
the
it
east.
again?
Cyrost is a port city to the east. It's a Cyrost.
What are they transporting though? Again?
Galdoran energy cell. Yes. It sounds fancy.
Yummy energy cells. Give me
Hey.
Giving me Transformer, Decepticon kind of vibes.
Right.
And what was the name of the guy they're working for?
Barslag. Barslag.
Okay.
And you also learned that, yes, in fact, they were coming from Abaddon.
Mm-hmm.
So they left Abaddon, traveled east towards Cyrost, and apparently something untoward happened.
Okay.
Cool attack.
So I'll communicate that to Remy. Tell him that there's a Galdoran energy cell on that.
Do they say where it is?
I mean, I imagine the journal just says that it's hidden well.
Yes. Smuggled.
Hidden well.
Oh, shit.
I don't know that
Here
they
we
would be
go
still
again.
spending their time here loading scrap metal if they knew that a Galdoran energy cell was there.
Unless they already grabbed it.
Unless they already had it.
But maybe they don't know where to look for a smuggler's hold. I do.
All right, so
I claim I do.
are they gone?
Yes, dude. So you've waited the 4 hours, and
Okay. As soon
Getting
as
dark
we
now?
feel like they are out of sight, it should only be like 5 o'clock at latest.
it's a good question. What is it? Let's see. That was noon. 30. It was 12:50. So it is now 4:50 in the afternoon.
Yeah, we got a little bit of light left.
Okay. Let's go back up there, see if we can find where somebody would smuggle a Galdoran energy cell.
All right, I unnetting the skiff. We're taking the skiff in
Okay.
because now we need to load whatever it is that we can find and get out.
Sounds good.
Okay.
Sounds good.
Well,
Do I know of any place that the Raiders could be going? Like, is it reasonable for me to think they're probably not, their home base probably is more than a few hours away? Or would I just have no idea?
I mean, you don't know that they have a home base.
Right.
They could just be living off those ships. That's a very.
But they're going somewhere with their ill-gotten goods.
that it does appear that they're doing. Yes.
Yeah, so. And I don't know of any settlement that's within an hour of this location, is my guess, so.
No.
It would probably be unlikely that they're coming back super fast, is my point.
I can neither
Probably.
confirm nor deny.
All right, I'm
your
just making some
speculations.
guesses and
Yes.
supposition.
Yeah.
All right, so we're gonna.
I don't
run
think
this-
these are bad suppositions.
Yeah, we're gonna run the skip in. We're gonna try to figure out what we can find there and get onto the skiff, and then Yaotl, I think that we should try to get out of here within the next 2 hours, no longer,
Okay.
just to be on the safe side.
Okay.
Because if they get back before we're gone, we can't outrun them.
Okay.
That's what I'm thinking.
Yes.
All right. So, first thing, as soon as we get down there, is to look at more of the pieces, because I only really looked at one of them.
Yeah.
Look at more of the pieces and just get a quick understanding of what is there.
Okay.
What did they take? What didn't they take?
Gotcha.
And then, after we're done doing that, I think it's going to be spend at least a couple of turns on trying to find this cargo hold, this smuggler's hold.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean?
Okay.
Number one, do we already see, oh, that clearly was a smuggler's hold. They already opened it. It's popped open and there's nothing in it. Or do I not see anything that's clearly a smuggler's hold? You know what I mean?
Sure.
Is it reasonable to assume it hasn't been found? That type of thing.
Yeah. Makes sense. All right. So you're taking 2 hours to do this, so you have plenty of time to kind of explore the wreckage. You can see for sure that a lot of what had been there obviously was just carried out. So much of what had been kind of cluttered and strewn is a little neater now, more clear. And as far as you can see, I mean, there are still diverse items around, and you're taking 2 hours, right? So you're going to find anything that there is to find.
Oh,
I would say. So let's see.
we're specifically looking for smuggler's holds, though. I have
Yes.
engineer starship,
Right.
and I have mechanic, and I have search. And somewhere in there, I'm hoping that gives me some better
Yes.
ability than the average Joe
Right.
to know where a smuggler's hold would go.
Okay.
Where would it make sense to put it? You know, if I were building the ship.
Yeah. So which skill would you like to use?
I think the one that makes sense to me is engineer starship. It's not my best one, but it
Yeah.
makes sense to me.
You're a starship, engineer starship. So let's go with intelligence, because we can say that what you're doing is based on your understanding of how this airship would have worked. Where would be the voids that shouldn't be there, or oh, this structure doesn't make sense for this to be here, something like that.
Total of 10.
A total of 10. You do not find anything unexpected. It is, as it appears to be, no smugglers' holds, open and abandoned or otherwise, at least to your eye. However, things that you do find. You find another journal. This one is a much thicker, more of a worn leather cover, and it appears to be, you can recognize this pretty readily, having some knowledge yourself. It is the journal of a Bragonium engineer.
Ooh.
And so there are many schematics and detailed sketches and notes. And you can't really, a lot of it is well beyond your level, right?
Still a useful thing to have.
Still a useful thing to have. And you definitely believe that if you brought it to someone who was a little more of an actual Bragonium engineer and not just necessarily an airship mechanic kind of engineer, they might be able to explain some of the theory to you. But there's a bunch of geometric patterns and kind of suppositions on there and things that are well beyond your ken.
All right, I'm going to hand that rather thick journal to Yaotl.
Ooh.
Hey,
Schematic.
this is not for reading fully back to back, okay? Skim this thing. Skim it and find out where that hole is.
I'll flip through the pages and just kind of shake my head as I'm going.
Yeah.
Okay. And you understand even less than what Remy did from what you're looking at. Let's
There are letters in here I have not seen before.
You do find
Ooh, horseradish, right on soft palate.
I know.
there you go.
I know.
Would you like apple slices?
I'll take an apple slice.
Apple
Thank you.
slices, yeah.
Thank you. Delicious.
I know you don't want cheese, so.
More for you. You do find, the raiders did not take everything under the sun. There are still some agricultural implements. In particular, some, as you would expect, this looks exactly like what you might see coming out of Abaddon. It's a lot of hydraulics, like irrigation hardware.
Yeah.
Nozzles, fittings, that kind of thing. Valves.
Things that would be valuable.
Things that could be valuable. Yeah. But, the bulk of it, like, these things were all in crates and packaged and stuff like that, and those have been hauled off.
Yeah.
But if you want, there's a scattering of all these different things.
Well, basically, if we don't find the hole, within the first hour, probably going to just go to scavenging, thinking we only have 1 hour left.
Okay.
But I'm not done looking for that hole, hopefully.
Sure.
All right. So first, I looked at it from the standpoint of an engineer of a starship. Tried to really understand where the holes and crevices would be. But now I'm going to go about it in more of an investigative fashion. I'm going to try to search for any area that has, where or yeah, basically, I'm looking for things that have like little latches, little pulls. Like I'm just scanning the surfaces that I can see.
Yeah.
To see if there's anything out of place or anything that could open but isn't obvious how it would open.
Okay.
I'll assist you on this search.
Okay.
And you'll laugh to yourself as I walk around and just yank pieces of plate steel right off.
Just pulling on stuff. Yeah. All right. Because Yaotl is helping, we can do this. But usually, you get a search roll and it worked or it didn't.
Oh, so it's not like I can use different skills.
Well, you are narrating that the use of different skills for things is a little finicky for me. But if you're narrating, I'm doing a different thing now.
Mm-hmm.
Like before I was searching under the mummy. Now I'm going to search in its eye socket. Yeah. Like that's a bad example because it's not really something I would call for a roll.
Right, I get it.
But
I understand.
Yeah.
Well, then, Yaotl's helping, so...
Yeah, Yaotl's helping, so you can get another roll on it.
Do you have search?
I do. I think.
You have scavenge, I know.
I have search. I have a 2 in search.
Well, there you go. Why don't you roll it then?
I have a 3 in scavenging.
Nope, that's
Daddy
not gonna work. We ain't finding this old man.
As it turns out, you do not find anything else. At least on the whole. Now, you also do find some navigational tools. You find some normal stuff, and you also find a relatively ornate, like astrolabe kind of, or I guess a sextant is more what it would be.
Yaotl would find that fascinating.
Okay.
Give it here. Play with it.
All right. So Yaotl has snagged
Sextant.
up the sextant.
Cool.
All right. Beyond that, you do in fact find in your searching, you find one canister that looks like it would go to that grappling hook gun. Yes.
Cool.
Wait till I have something I need to use this for.
So when I fail to find a thing, I'll convert to just loading anything that looks valuable onto the skiff. Scrap metal, agricultural tools, barrels of water, whatever I think is valuable.
Anything that works sounds good. And you're going to basically spend the rest of your the 2 hours, right?
Mm-hmm.
Just doing that.
That's our plan, both of us.
Okay.
I would stay and look for that hold more. I'd put more time and effort into it, but I don't want to have them come back. So grab what we can. Smart play.
That does sound like a smart play. Let me see what all you get. Roll me a d6. One of you.
You want to do it?
Sure. 4.
Oh, 4. All right. Let's roll 2d20.
12.
Okay.
14.
12 and 14. All right. So you find as you're going through and looking for anything else that might be of value, you do find D4 bottles of some kind of alcohol. Looks like wine, maybe a fermented. You're not sure.
One bottle.
One bottle of
Booze.
It is, it's corked up, it's stopped up, and certainly you could give it a taste or whatever. But it does no label.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Bathtub gin from Skiff.
That's right.
It's a little greasy. It's a little greasy.
Tub gin from Skip.
It's the Pruno.
Yeah.
It works as a degreaser and
Hey.
as an alcohol.
And Nebuchadnezzar now are we talking about?
Shoot. And you also find that's a good result. You find 12 rations, and these were barreled up, and much of it is dried seaweed and or algae, as you might expect. But
Rations are rations.
Rations are rations.
rations are rations,
Even when they're seaweed.
Oh, Yaotl loves food.
Yeah, I know. Yeah. That's why we have to go out and get rations every day. So
Yeah, you can't like wet him.
I'm gonna say that we
unless you want
have-
some of them eaten right now.
ag hardware, and I'm gonna say that we have. Is there any navigational hardware that I would also say that we have, or is that what the sextant was and that's it?
The sextant was there. I will say that there's a chart there that they were using.
Chart is mine. Got it.
The chart is yours if you like it. I will say that there's nothing on the chart, at least on this close inspection, that you don't already know.
Right, but that doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter. Well, it matters because it's a cue for me as the GM to encourage you to start a map and to say that there's this crash site east of Abaddon, and that the raiders went to the north, and etc. Yeah,
Got it.
because I will not provide you any such map.
I understand. So,
I will give you players' maps for certain areas.
and so the crash itself was east.
Yes.
I think we're 14 miles. Actually, no, it wasn't east.
It was, yeah,
So, no,
15 miles east.
It was. Oh yeah, I'm sorry. Great. So crash was east 14 miles.
15.
15.
That 1 mile matters.
And Raiders went north.
The raiders went north.
Okay.
Brilliant.
Cool. So, what I am writing down as to is loaded on our skiff before we get out of here are a partial med kit, a grappling gun with one cartridge. We're going to say grappling gun. I know that's Bragonium, but Maya could write that down too.
It's a grappling gun.
One
does
bottle of some kind of booze.
1 bottle of some kind of booze. Yep.
12 rations, some ag hardware that was left over
Yep.
that they couldn't take easily,
Yep. An incomplete set, let's say.
an incomplete or a chart that may or may not be of any usefulness,
Yep.
and your sextant, and 2 journals, one of which is a thicker one that's part of it. It's an engineer's schematics journal.
That's me. I'll keep it.
You got that? Good. Let's write that down. And that's what we got out of this perilous day.
That appears to be true.
All right.
Appears to be true.
All right.
All right. Well, we're
Headed back to
taking
your-
our laden skiff and heading to our cache.
All right.
Good day.
Good day. Good day to you, sir. All right, you want to head to your cache
Yes.
at Castle Gormen.
Yeah.
That is also to the north. That is the same direction that the raiders went.
Well, I would not go directly north
Right.
because it's actually northeast of town, and we are east of town.
That's true.
So I would go
Let me check my hex map.
a bit west.
Yes, yes.
And I would, after we go a little bit west, maybe half that distance. So if it's 15 miles, let's call it, 7. then I would start heading north and west in order to reach our cache.
All right. And I believe you have some kind of...
Northwest, technically.
Do you have skill in navigation?
I do!
Really?
How did you know?
I suspected it from the start.
Oh, wait, no, I don't.
But no, you don't.
I do. I have a skill in that.
I have driving. I don't know where I'm going, but I have driving.
Yes, you do.
I have 2 in navigation.
See?
And you have a sextant.
I'm excited. And I always know which way north is.
So,
Internal compass on this one.
Exactly.
Yeah.
but I know how to drive.
Wow. Drive this skiff where I tell you to drive it to.
That's not how this relationship works.
Yes, it is.
But I just go in circles before you got here?
Yes, you did.
I was wondering, yeah, what exactly was Remy doing
Yeah.
in the pre-Yaotl days?
Yeah. I didn't get very far.
Sorry.
All right.
Oh my goodness. All right.
So I will drive. All right, you will drive and I will navigate.
Yes.
We'll navigate.
I will go where I think I'm supposed to go, and then you will nudge me ever so slightly in the correct direction.
And that's like,
And all right, so you are. It's about 6:50. Is I think with 2 hours. You waited for 4 hours.
It's getting dark.
You spent 2 hours. Yeah, it is now starting to get dark. Especially, and you are low in the southern hemisphere of this planet, so it is really
gonna get dark.
starting to get dark. Yes. So you with where you are on the map, you could travel basically before it gets fully dark. You could make it back to Abaddon, or you could make it about halfway to your safe house at the base of Castle Gormen.
I don't stay at Abaddon.
Yeah.
Abaddon is a day trip and go home. Never a stay.
Okay.
So we go halfway, and then we camp out under the stars, as I've done so many times.
So many times. All
What
right.
is night like out in this environment? Is it like
Beautiful.
plummeting temperatures and?
It is,
But it's also beautiful.
but it's also beautiful. Yes.
And I
Clearest.
have gear for surviving this kind of thing.
Oh, okay.
And you have a giant ape man that,
Yeah.
you know, you ever hear of a 3-dog night?
Whoa.
It's a 1 Yaotl night.
One all night.
Yeah.
Nice.
I have a warm cape.
All right, so traveling through the wasteland at dusk. That's not what I want. I want a D12. And
Now we're going to do the don't roll it.
we're gonna do the don't roll it. Don't roll a 1.
Okay.
Okay.
Oh, ah,
Uh-oh.
sorry. It's a
Wait.
six.
What do we do? We
It's a
count
six.
them? Do we
No,
count them?
only count things that are on the table.
All right, that's a good rule.
Yeah. Sorry
There,
about
so
that.
there you go. That's all right.
It's a 5.
It's 5. It's not a 1.
One.
Ooh, snap. You said you know how to survive out here.
I do.
Turns out you kind of suck at it.
He claimed.
I know exactly how to survive. I can't help when something happens by our path.
That is, I'm afraid, an unfortunate outcome.
Well, that's okay.
Yeah.
I got a Yaotl.
You know?
What happens by our path?
Well,
Does it have teeth?
let's see. I must roll on a further table.
Mm-mm.
Ooh, good stuff. What happens on your path? There are. So it's getting dark, right?
Yes.
It is. And there are some large bison-like creatures that are indigenous to this area. They usually stay much further to the west in some of the plains and not so much into this scrubby kind of area. But you don't see them. and there is a small herd of them in the dark, and the airship just crashes right into the side of them.
Oof.
Yes. And you can't quite ascertain the damage immediately, but it is a very abrupt, like, you feel like the nose of your skiff has run aground. And of course there's the screaming and bellowing of this massive grazing ungulate. And you hear the thundering of hooves, and it's not a massive herd, but it was several dozen of them perhaps that unfortunately you have encountered the wrong way. Yeah, but a one will get you every time.
Yeah.
And so you are now run aground, and you were about if this was, you were trying to get halfway to your safe house, so you're maybe about a quarter of the way to your safe house from where you started.
Yeah. Well, I guess we're making camp early.
Are we being overrun by these animals at the moment?
No, they're scattering.
Oh, they're scattering.
They're scattering.
Oh, okay.
You if you like, I assume you do, you inspect the damage and everything.
Oh, I will.
Yes, certainly. Appears to be mostly cosmetic. You can't tell. You think it's. You could work throughout the night, but probably daylight is what it's going to take for you to really dig this thing out and figure out, apply some leverage to it while revving the engine or something. You don't know.
Right.
You don't know.
But not something I even want to attempt at this point.
It's kind of sputtering and starting right now.
Yeah.
And you never want to push a Bragonium engine too hard, particularly since you didn't spend that many points on this ship, so it's not,
the best ship ever.
Yeah, it's not the high dollar. It's not a Bragonium reactor. It's a Wastelander kind of engine. But anyway, yeah. So there's 2 or 3 of these big bison-like creatures that are just spattered all over the place, and it's pretty gross. It's a roadkill, right?
Yaotl will tear off some hunks of meat and happily go over with his tinderbox and his giant fingers trying to start a fire.
All right.
Not on the skiff.
On the leeward side of the skiff.
On the leeward side. Survival skill, right? Okay. All right. So Yaotl's going to avail himself of some dinner.
Yeah. And he's over there happily skinning the little haunch that he's got, and
all right. Yaotl's no vegetarian.
Nope.
Sounds good. Remy, anything? You're just gonna.
I'm going to take my unfortunate event and make hay of it, which is literally setting up our sleeping area, which is really just a section of the skiff that has like a couple of pullover spots to keep the elements out.
Okay.
Yep. Makeshift sleep area when necessary.
Cool.
Just enough for the 2 of us, essentially.
Okay. And
was comfortable for one before.
It was before.
Now
these
it's
cold nights.
This entangled burrito of 2 people.
Man, you ain't complaining.
It's warmer.
Okay, so will you partake in the meal that Yaotl prepares? No. Okay. Then you will have to cross off a ration.
Yes,
for the day.
I will.
Okay, and Yaotl, you do not have to because you are supplied. Sounds good.
Licking grease off my fingers.
Yes.
Gnawing on a leg.
Just thinking, this is what it's all about.
Looking at the stars.
Yes. All right. So at this point, I would say it's a good potential break point, either for the session or for or just for a moment. But I will suggest that.
Yeah. Break for sure, and we'll see.
Glorious. You all bed down for the night, and who knows what'll happen, especially with Yaotl having started a fire out on that desolate landscape.
So what becomes of my wounds? Do I heal completely with a long
Your
rest?
wounds, no. No, come on. You wouldn't be so lucky.
Okay.
No, really
Do you have regeneration? Are you Wolverine?
really, mechanically, the only thing that's going to happen on this rest will be, and we'll talk about, are people keeping watch, what's going on.
Oh, yeah, nice.
But
Watch system.
there will be a regeneration of the luck point that was used.
Ah.
Yeah.
I see.
But
You're
it's
lucky
also
every day, huh?
right. I will say that you guys have been traveling like another hour before the impact happened, so that takes us to it's about 8 p.m. when you crash, and so yeah, spending some time preparing food, all this stuff. Basically, I think it's appropriate to say you don't have to make up other stuff to do tonight. You can go to bed, wake up in the morning the next day, and yes, mechanically the luck point will have resolved itself. You will get some hit points back when you wake up as well, just naturally.
Right, healing.
Yeah.
Do a little healing
Yeah.
every day.
Right. Yeah, but
Interesting.
the
I've always
hit
hated-
dice won't.
Yeah, I've always hated that about D&D. That you wake up in the morning, you're all better. No
Oh
matter
no,
what. Yeah.
no, there will be savage attrition in this game.